Alright, it is time. Day 4 of the World Championships. As it is the 1-1 pool today, the final best of ones of the World Championships of the entire season. As we have FlyQuest. It's supposed to be FlyQuest on the red side, or on the blue side. I completely messed it up. This is what I get for reading the wrong side. Trusting the wrong people. And by people, I mean Leaguepedia instead of checking the streams because I'm lazy. And TSW on the blue or on the red side. LTA 1 seed up against the LCP 2 seed. Issue. FlyQuest have not looked good. They're that great. Their win so far was against VKS, a team they have already beaten pretty convincingly, 6-1 against them across the entire year, if I'm not mistaken. This VKS really only showed up in summer. Team Secret Wales took down, of course, took down MCOY. I was gonna say it's not the Mad Lions, it's MCOY on day 1. Or not MCOY, sorry, they did also take down VKS, actually. And then they failed to take down, was it HLE? God, there's too many. This was too long ago now, and my brain is frying itself, unfortunately. Just too much. I cannot remember. I'm trying to remember so badly. But I cannot remember who they faced. God damn it. Damn it. Frustrating. Which is my fault, but it's Wukong for Inspired once again. He did play this 2 days ago now, where he picked up the win, of course. So, go back to the well if it works. Did he end up playing it? See, this is why I'm not allowed to do this, because I remember way too little. And that's a fault on me. As Aurora locked in for Dyer. And it seems they're going to get Eddie his Kaisa nice and early as FlyQuest considered taking it away, but they're not going to be able to anymore. Inspired with his hover, who cares? It's what he does every game. And you're not Dokla. Dokla, again, best hover game in the business. That is, jeez, okay. Masu on fire. Literally on fire. FlyQuest are here. They did pick up the win at least, so it's something. Is it going to continue to be something? That is the question that's going to be answered today. Is so far, they've been one of the least impressive teams so far. I think TSW, no, they've been more impressive just by the fact that more people weren't expecting them to even go 1-0. And then they did go 1-0. I guess, no, I thought it was a pretty even match. Oh, the match was not even. So what's the response here for Busio? Actually going to be the Alistar locked in nice and early. So we're going to have just full bot and mid bans away here from TSW as they have already locked in their ADC and mid laner. And they're going to lock in Izzo's jungler here as it's the first Kiana since day 2, of course. But most importantly, it's the first Kiana off of a Chinese team. The Vietnamese Hizto going to get his hands on it. And, well, I guess it's all of LCP. We'll see if it extends to all of LCP as Kiana, of course. 3-1, actually. We did see it in the hands of Tarzan yesterday. I made a mistake. It's 3-1 as Tarzan did fall with it during, I believe it was game 1 against KT. So it's a tough day at the office for one Tarzan on his probably best champion. Zion take it away from Masu here. Would have been good into the amount of dive they're showing already with the Kaisa and the Kiana. And it works well with the Alistar pretty well because it's really easy to stack up 3 feathers on someone who cannot physically move. Rumble going to be taken away from Hero here. And what do they want? I mean, they could just get rid of another top laner here, or they could just get rid of the Nautilus. I think they get rid of the Nautilus here if you're FlyQuest. Pretty easy pick to make as the Victor. That is not a Rumble. Victor taken away into this Aurora matchup. She jumps, you could just stun her, so pretty nice to get rid of that from Quad, especially as is it his most played? No, it's not. It's up there. He played a lot of Quad this season. He played a lot of Quad back home. Trust me, he played a lot of Quad in the LTA. Got really boring after a while. Is it gonna be the no? It's gonna be the Poppy. Banned away into the Wukong and Alistar, actually. So what's the top lane going to be here for heroes so they can get... I guess they already have counter pick locked in. They really just wanted the early power pick, so it's just a matter of count or of blinding. No, it's actually a matter of countering. I'm dumb. Yeah, I'm just stupid. Literally just said they have both. Oh my god. No way. Hero takes. Ooh. We did see this exact matchup, and we saw him win it. We saw him win this matchup on day 2 against VKS. So maybe TSW have a little bit of that magic in them. Ooh, is Quad with the Azir. I think only the second Azir of the tournament. I think. Because Camps played on day 1. And then day 2, we only have seen one. No, we haven't seen another one. It's been banned again. As it's going to be Masu Busio. Maso? Masu Busio with it. Bodily, they pulled out occasionally. Not really their best. Yeah, okay, I was going to say. This is a lot more common. This is a lot more common of a bot lane. As I was going to say, Jin here. Aurora, Kaisa, Kiana, you pick Jin? I mean, I know you have the range advantage, but you just get dove. Yeah, and the Wukong, or not the Wukong, the Rakan would not have made that much easier. The Corki is a much better option in terms of safety and actually being able to play the game. And it will be the Rakan for Taki here to round out this draft. This is pretty good from TSW. They have not that much tankiness. They are hyper aggressive though, and well, that is kind of what the VCS was known for. Excessive aggression, not so excessive strategizing sometimes. But FlyQuest have a good comp, pretty standard comp honestly this year. An Azir mid who has the ability to hyper carry and also just be the core engage. Wukong and Sion who can work together to just lock somebody down. Alistar existing because he is Alistar. And Quirky, I don't know if he's the... I mean, in this situation, he was pretty good. You could have did this or the Ezreal, but he's been pretty good all year. Definitely weaker coming in, but still will be high priority just because comfortability and his damage output is still pretty good. Like, it's not like his damage output was gone. So, it's a bit more standard, though, minus the Mordekaiser. If you just ignore the Mordekaiser, this is a pretty standard LCP comp as well. Honestly, for any team that knows how to play Kiana, this is a pretty standard comp. It's just that, for some reason, like, a quarter of the world never learned how to play the champion. As it is the first of 4 best of ones, baby. And there are some good ones, and and then there's HLE versus 100 Thieves. But we'll get there when we get there. Oops, hit the mess out of my pump filter. So again, what is on the line here is 1 and 2 or 2 and 1 for these teams. Today will be the difference between advancing or having 2 shots at advancing and having to have 2 shots at being eliminated. I guess technically having to play 3 more games instead of 2, but you get the point. It's more likely for you to be out than in if you lose today just based on math alone. So you don't want to get knocked down, especially considering the teams in the 2-1 pool, the teams who will be in the 1-2 pool are not the best teams right now, trust me. But that does not matter because it's a matter of principle of not losing. Trust me, especially because one of the 2-1-2 teams will be T1 or Genji, so it's already not looking good. Also, another pair. Oh, Boosie, okay, but another pair could be G2 or um, what do you call it? Or BLG. One of those two are also guaranteed to be a 1 and 2 team, and those are not easy teams to topple, as the lane swap is pretty obvious. Like, it's been I casted a game yesterday, a series yesterday. It was so nice to not cast lane swaps and just actually enjoy. That does so much damage. As there's the headbutt pulverize Itaki caught out on an engage, thinking he might have won the level 2, but he did not get the level 2 advantage. But Eddie is pretty chill here. There's the headbutt and the pulverize. They're trying to get the shield burn onto Taki, and now Busio though, or no, Busio taking a ton of damage. Eddie returning it in kind as he has that lethal tempo charged up and ready to go. And this is an impressively aggressive bot lane from FlyQuest here. And I guess you should have assumed Whippo would have been hyper aggressive, but still, it's usually a Scion lane, not getting that aggressive. Like, it's Scion, so you never know. They actually are getting push here because Kaisa just often can't out clear anyone. As a nice cancel on the decimating smash now from Taki, and they're gonna try and turn this damage around as Whippo is getting low. This is where FlyQuest really haven't overplayed their hands, but are learning the pushback that TSW will be putting on them as they don't connect with anything. There's the combo, and he gets just out in time. Whippo greeting for a little too much damage as he had it fully charged and just didn't want to unleash it. It's his toe. They could dive because it is just Scion. And there's the re-engage. Flash out his toe. I don't think he knew that he was tanking. Yeah, he wasn't tanking, actually. But you see how much damage Whippo is putting down. So yeah, you don't want to give him a kill there. So his will burn his flashes. Busio looking for this engage, but not going to find it here. And first blood easily over to Team Secret Whales on a pretty straightforward cut and dry dive. Yeah, it's level 1 Scion that you can't really dive. Or it's once he hits 6, significantly harder to dive. Yeah, just wait a little bit longer. And he'll have the Unstoppable Onslaught to just make this as unplayable as possible. But until then, it is just a dude with a shield and 1 CC. Let's see, Masu's slight lead even through the assist, as he has about a wave ahead right now against Hero, but Hero pretty chill. Like he's pretty fine here. As there in the top side, Busio is here after the lane swap timer is down. Now quad, no teleport. Has the flash, obviously. So Taki looking for this gank. His toe is here. Now quad, yep, just getting out to safety with the drift. And so it'll be nice and easy for Dyer to push his wave back and get some control of the lane. No one spotted. As his still going to start the Dragoneer. Was unspotted on the wave. His hero. Busio, I don't know if he was just trying to go for some. Maybe he was threatening the wraparound Hex Flash. I don't know. Hero's going to take his reset, of course. So he has teleport available, and with the slow push, has plenty of time to channel that really long teleport. Actually, they're going to lane swap. As Dyer missing the Q. Come on, Dyer. First straight goes over pretty easily to TSW. They had full control of the bot wave, of course. Thanks to Scion dying and having to surrender his wave push. As Hero going to trade pretty hard there as he has the boots, so Scion doing a lot less damage without those early items. And Hero going to be nice and healthy with the no mana. Inspired. He's spotted out. Still the right size, okay. I mean, yeah, there you see it. Inspired's 23, dude. He's been here forever. Ooh, Dyer, double knockback. And does not have the ulti, and I think Dyer is down, and Quad gonna pick up his first kill of the game. Well played by Busio, way off of the vision. Just no one was checking Raptors. It was not time to really bounce back yet. And there was nothing to be done about that play. As you can see, Masu slight level advantage over Eddie because he's been in this solo lane for the whole game. Hero is so strong right now. Hero is very strong in this 1v1. But because he keeps pushing him in, he's not really going to be able to do much, as it is a proxy for Hero here. Inspired is hanging around. That's a lot of damage onto Taki and Eddie, as Masu is still perfectly full health. Busio doing a great job keeping his ADC comfy. Is Hero going to continue to proxy? Okay. As Inspired is going to go for the top side clears. They won't, or not the clear, sorry. Yeah, the top side clears. He wants to get the Grums in a bit, if possible. Dyer's jumping into Quad, and he just can't really win those trades. The bone plating is huge, but his, though, already starting getting Kiana pretty good at taking these, but Inspired is here. Taki is here, but he doesn't have ulti yet. As Hero's coming up, and they have the supreme display of talent, actually, so it is really easy for them to try and win this fight. As Grubs is still looking to just pick up one more. And they're going to just get it low, as they aren't going to be able to steal it away with the big rocket. And so TSW just come up through mid. Taki rotating him from bot lane. Or Hero rotating him from bot lane. Sorry, Taki was already here. And they're going to be able to get all three grubbies, as they are unlane swapping. Okay, so will be one plate dropping, it seems. And it will be a wave dropping on the other hand. Is Histo getting jumped on here. But there's the supreme display of talent, but now Busio flying in. 4-man shuffle from Quad, or 3-man shuffle. I can't count, as Dyer needs to run now. No ulti available. Taki is here in case Busio wants to jump in. As Hero still can't really join the fight, and Quad is becoming a problem here. In the mid lane, 2-0, and he's about to have Nashor's Tooth. As Pole not going to connect and kill the minion, actually, is so much damage going in onto Hero. Whippo trying to get Eddie here, and does actually get to dodge away from the Void Seeker, so he doesn't get the big chunk of percent health damage yet. As they don't really have any damage here. Dyer's not that strong. Meanwhile, Quad 2 item components already, so he has a ton of damage. Busio flying in, and nice engage from Quad. And it's just nice and easy. That is the power of having this Azir. It's just, you have your Alistar line them up, and it's so easy to hit the Emperor's Divide. So easy to divide the enemy team up. Do some pretty good damage for it. It's Busio. Yeah, has spotted. You see the pings going down. Gets the Krug ward as well. And he's going to spot out Histo. As Inspired knows he could take his reset, finishing up his clear. There's nothing on the Rift quite yet. 20 seconds on this dragon. And we should be seeing a bot lane fight over this. Or not a bot lane, it's a river fight over this. As both teams are in pretty solid positions. But Inspired's not going to go for it yet. He's going to go clear out his Gromp. As no first items coming through besides Quad, so they actually do have a huge advantage, as they can just teleport him down to this bot side if they want to fight for the Drake anytime soon. Because he's going to have the advantage for the time being. Busio has ult, Taki does not, and that is going to be huge because of the... I mean, the quickness is just so crucial to TSW's game plan at times. So Busio spots out Histo and Taki, but not going to be able to jump in. It's Whippo getting The fight advantage here is there's not a ton coming through from Hero quite yet. The double MR items doing a ton of heavy lifting here to keep Whippo safe in lane. Taki, there's the quickness coming up. But is there anything to fight over right now? Inspire taking a reset. His snow will be spotted here. As TSW still have push in in both lanes, they need to have push in to get this done. Whippo's probably going to just teleport back. And his snow. No, Sion gonna stay here. So that means that there could be this really big Drake fight as they spot out the dragon attempt. Dire is dead. As no, actually, they're gonna teleport Inspire. Or they're gonna teleport into the top side here. As Dire can just trade positions if they want, but there's no dragon fight. So Hero pretty safe to make this teleport play and take over laning from Dire in the top side. I mean, yeah, you get 2 waves pushed in and just leave your opponents. What are you going to do? You got to push through the wave, and then you have to come into a team fight. And walking into a Kiana Rakan does not sound very fun. So they just don't. They say, we have a lead already. About 1,200 gold ahead. It's sitting on quad. He's in top lane. He's going to continue to farm against whoever the hell he wants because no one's going to stop him. And it's one Drake. Steyr might be dead here. Bweppo not going to use the ulti quite yet. Okay. That Kanik is doing a lot of heavy lifting. Dire really... Okay, he does have the Leandries, but that is clearly not doing anything yet. It's going to take quite a bit of time for Dire to be able to play this lane. Or for anyone to play this lane, because they just need so much damage. There's so much damage you have to have, because Sion is so damn tanky. He has... Ooh. Bweppo ulti. And the decimating smash is there, as the screen display of talent only lands onto Busio, and Dire is just dead. And there it is. Feat of Warfare over to FlyQuest. And nerf Sion. Even as a driver fan, I'm saying this because, dear God, this champion is so stupid. Like, this champ is stupid. No damage items. Is able to just... I mean, it works because he's on a catch out. That is a lot of damage. He has the vision advantage, so it makes sense. It's Taki going over the wall. Yeah, no, this champion is stupid what he can do. Look at his 0 damage items. 100 zeros. Can just 100 0 constantly. Like, he takes no damage, and he does all your health. Why is this champ in the game? I mean, he's low here, so it doesn't matter, but... Like, look at this. He's not taking damage. Like, this champ is crazy. This champ is insane. This hero still doesn't have his item finished. I mean, I know Riftmaker's 3,100, but... Really? Yeah, he doesn't have it. Actually, he's 35. He has it. He did just not base, I guess. He had to have, right? It's 48. 1,200 on boots, that's 36. He has it available. Well, minus 450. Never mind, 450. Yep. That's 320. That's 3150, so he just has it. Doing math. Math is hard. Please, okay, there you go. I did do my math right. I'm not completely stupid. Rank 2 ultis coming up across the board for FlyQuest. TSW have exactly 1 in his heroes, so it's not the best ulti. He gets a little more stats. And a little less cooldown on his. Is they're going to be able to start the Rift Herald here. They do have insane teamfight ultimates. That is the thing, but so do FlyQuest, actually. Both of these teams could throw hands if they want, and they're just not going to. There's no reason for them to really contest, even if they are down Drakes, because they do still get first turret. And now, second turret, as there's the jump in onto Eddie. Eddie able to actually ulti out to safety. The Supreme Display of Talent finds Inspired, and they're going to take down the Jungle of FlyQuest. Is there any follow-up fight here? No. Hero gets the stats of the Wukong as there's the jumping onto his toe. Maybe there is something left here as he flashes away to safety. And now Masu flash follows, and he's going to get him with one last auto attack, and he has so much damage, but not enough as Eddie picks up that one. But here comes Quad as Busio getting shredded. The Divide finds two to keep the rest of TSW away, and Eddie needs to be very careful here, but he has the coverage, so he is safe. They win the fight, but lose the turret. Oh, he did not. I thought he was gonna. I don't think he can. I think he started this from base. So I don't think you can run to turret from your fountain. I think he started from fountain. Eddie doesn't even get the redemption. He doesn't really care, though. Jumping onto Inspired, he thought about it and does not get it. And so that's Dyer picking up his first kill. They do have really good knockdown onto his toe. His toe just can't really pass anywhere else. Great flash through, or flash follow from Masu. As he does pick up the kill here. He's close to picking up Eddie, but doesn't have vision of him anymore. So he loses that, and then Hero turns onto Quad and just is like, doesn't matter if Busio dies if we ignore Quad for the fight. So good play there from TSW to pull this back in a team fight, but they do still lose the gold. Because that is 2 turrets now down on the top and bot side. Or a turret down on top and bot side. The way I phrased it made it sound like there are tier 3s already, which they are not. When you look at the farm discrepancy, 40-something CS for Bwipo right now. 40-something for Quad. It is not going well for the farming solo laners. But they got the fight win, so there's something at least. There's 2 items on the Kaisa now. She's slowly becoming a problem or hopefully slowly becoming a problem. We'll see. Third Drake started by FlyQuest. Do they want to commit here? As teleport's available for both top laners, and everyone's going to just chill. They have not spotted this ward yet. As Dyer's the only one with the sweeper available. Eddie already chunked down here. Absolutely misses the Void Seeker as Dyer alone, and he's going to be able to get out. As TSW have control of the mid lane right now, but they have no river pressure. So FlyQuest probably are feeling fine here. Yeah, they just walk back into mid. Quad level 13 already. He has been farming up a storm in the top side. As it should just be Drake down. No, they're still baiting. Well, Inspired can solo, that's right. He is Wukong with Triforce, so he's chilling. As there's a jump in onto Taki, but they're not going to find anyone. Is Bwipo going to go forwards now? As there's a lot of damage. Hero with the ulti. And Bwipo will be taken away as Shelly doing so much. As there's the jump in. Dyer trying to get this with the ulti. The Supreme Display of Talent finds no one. Dyer in way too deep. But Eddie's going to find one. But I think that's all Eddie's going to be able to do is Hero's in the middle of them all. And it's not going to be looking good for Team Secret Wales. 2-man Cyclone means that it's a double for Masu. And 1 for Busio with FlyQuest. I mean, that's just constant pressure. Oh, no. Does he secure the kills here? Yes, as there's the jump in. Flash through from Bwipo and Masu on a killing spree. Taki, is he safe? Yes. He is safe. And Atacon on spawn here for FlyQuest. This ain't going well. This is definitely not a best case scenario for TSW. Just not the draft. They have no damage into the Scion. Quad is so strong right now. And now Masu is a problem. Inspired continues to be a problem. And yeah, the Supreme Display of Talent just used to try and get anything here. But it's just not enough. They get a kill in response. In exchange, they lose everyone. They do get wiped, actually. Well, no, not wiped. Only 4. They do lose another member after that play ends. And so much damage for Masu. I mean, Eddie's responding, but it's just, he can't do enough. They have so many health, too many health bars on the side of FlyQuest. Busio Inspired and Whippo just way too tanky. So it's getting tough out here. 4K gold deficit, so things may be getting a little dicey for them. Because I don't care. And I was thinking about something reminded me of something, and then I was like, it's fine. Probably I'll do it later. Always what you should do whenever you have something to do. Do it later. So 2 items on the Corki. Quad with the Rylai's. He had that last fight, actually. Unending Despair for Whippo. This is probably over. This is probably done. As it is just. Kiana's behind, so you can't really do anything with that. She's just pretty useless from a deficit. I mean, technically ahead of Inspired, but way too weak relative to the game state. Dyer's on 1 item. Hero's on 1.5 as well. Eddie's on 2, but he needs Nashers to really start putting in the damage. It's just not really doable. Like, you look at the carries and you just say, FlyQuest should be winning this game 100% of the time. And now it's a bit of a panic time. Because you can't just sit back and try to farm. FlyQuest just will win if you do that. Whippo is just so strong on this Scion as they spot this teleport out. This is not a good teleport for Hero. He's 2 levels down, too. This is... As Quad does have the ability to just jump on him. And there's the Emperor's Divide, and Whippo's going to pick up that one. That was a pretty rough TP. They know he's on a vision. They know he's on vision there, too. I don't know what the play was. As they kind of just are going to die. Like, they're just going to lose eventually. As Taki does not connect with the combo, and Masu's going to be able to just get out of there. That was a rough one from Taki and a real rough one from Miro. I mean, what do you even do at this point? It's just such a... This is a death march. 3 items on the Corki now. This should be an arm guard. Okay, arm guard for Quad here. I mean, they're just down so much gold. It's only 5K, and I said 5K gold leads are, like, it's doable, but they're so down in XP as well. Hero's down 2 levels. His toes down 2 levels. This is ill-advised. Like, everyone's behind here, as there's the Death Realm. As Whippo is surviving, but good jump in there from his toe, and he's going to pick up the shunt down at least. So, Whippo will fall as it's Baron. This could be a really aggressive call. Was that not Death Realm? It sounded like it was. But no, not a Death Realm. Just keeps him... Who's on Bush? Oh. Dyer is dead here. Oh. That was a tough one. So they get the top tier 1 in exchange, but they're going to lose their mid tier 2 and their mid laner as the gold lead continues to balloon for the Azir. 2,500 gold ahead of Dyer at this point, as it is indeed Dyer. That play was not fun. His Terminus is the call for Eddie, actually. He's going to go for the on-hit damage before he goes for Nashers here. Then you see Whippo with the Rooker, and you're going on-hit. You're going damage. Second Hextech Drake is really good, actually, for FlyQuest, because Quad and Masu just want increased attack speed, as Whippo is the target, it seems. He's just going to be able to stand here. So strong. There's just no damage they could really do to him at the moment. It takes way too long to tear through him if you are TSW. Eddie Don't do that, Eddie. His toe, okay, has Dire behind him, but he has to give over his blue buff, and that is huge. Blue buff to the entire enemy team, and he's going to have to give over way more. Supreme Display of Talent just to get out, as he's going to just flash the wall. They get the Cyclone, but that's just flash and ulti down for his, so that is a losing trade. Bloodletters is finished here for the Mordekaiser. It's been done for a little bit, but with it down, or with it up, they have a little more damage into Bwipo now. But he's still so tanky, and it's going to take way too long to apply all this. He's just like a quarter, 3/4 HP trying to go after Bwipo here. But just, it's so hard to find a straight fight. They can never find a straight fight. Because they're so behind. You can't fight 5v5 from this position. Still down a ton of XP. Down a ton of gold on your Aurora. This Masu does find someone. It's Taki. It's like, who can dash away? Taki and Dire. And Histo. Histo has a blind dash, or a target or untargeted dash. Jeez. I was gonna say targetable. I'm like, every ability is targetable. Edge of Night finished for Histo. It's on the other side. It is the Zanya's coming through for quad. And a bit difficult. They've slowed the game down, but that's mostly because FlyQuest are just making sure there's no chance Team Secret Whales can come back in this game, as they're going to lose both of their buffs. 2 Inspired on these invades. And FlyQuest are just going to keep Bwipo standing in the jungle waiting for someone to overextend. It's not going to happen yet. They're not forcing the Baron as they're clearing out vision, and now it starts. As Masu and Busio unspotted, actually. They're going to find one. Taki getting jumped on here, as they're going to just have to disengage, as Scion ulti finds absolutely no one, and maybe they found an angle, but it's not going to be quite enough, as there's the Supreme Display of Talent on to Quad. He's going to go golden. 4-man ulti, and there's one down. Eddie finds the first kill. Hero taking down Inspired in the 1v1, flashing over the wall. He will be able to get out to safety, as there's a lot of damage coming out from Masu. Forced to flash the wall, but Histo is down as it's a triple. Bwipo is zoning. Do it. Quad, go for it. Aw, he has no HP. No chance that they go for more. Sad. I wanted it. We will not see the first pentakill, unfortunately, today. But we will see the first Baron of this game, as it's a teleport back in for Busio, and he's just here to zone and clear vision, as FlyQuest with the slowest Baron in the world. And everyone gets out. It starts so well. And they get this to get quad. They get the knockdown onto quad here. So much advantage. But then Inspired survives, actually. Barely lives, and now Hero's way out of position. And Masu, look at the healing he just got from one kill and the triumphant roar. And then Eddie cannot do anything to Bwipo on his own. So close to getting Masu, but that is all you'll get. As it is too much of a disadvantage right now. Too much advantage for FlyQuest, for TSW to overcome it, and that's 4 items on the Corki. It is GG's. Like, this is NA's hope. Beating teams that they should beat. I mean, hey, you beat who you get in front of you. Look, AL drew 2 of the toughest teams at the tournament, and they won both games, so FlyQuest doing the NA special of not beating anyone, like, super impressive. We saw it with NRG, where they literally didn't beat an Eastern team, and we're seeing it now with FlyQuest, where they've not beat a 1 seed. Hell, they've lost to less impressive. As they're just going to try and go for something here. As Masu Again, dodging away, but there's the supreme display of talent. They found Masu, and they're going to find nothing else. Quad wipes him off the rift. And Hero out of the death realm. Oh, they didn't time it right. Got him. And Inspired going to pick up that one, and that should just be the end of the game here. They collect the towers. They're going to collect the Nexus soon. And it is their most important win as it gets them to 2-1. And now they can advance potentially in a couple days as TSW have to fight for their lives in the next round. So you've beaten the team you've beaten already, and the second team from debatably the second weakest region technically, because really a lot of the LCP is just CFO, to be fair. Like, CFO, if you saw after yesterday's games, or I guess after day 2, did move into the third strongest region in the world, and a lot of that is off of CFO taking down teams that they probably shouldn't be at this tournament. Like, they beat T1, so their score skyrocketed, so the average rating of the region really is up. As FlyQuest join Top Esports and CFO in the 2-1 pool, and Team Secret Whales, first team in the 1-2 pool. As that is not what you want to see if you are an LCP fan after your strong 2-0 start. I mean, both teams went 1-0. And then you had CFO go 2-0. But, no. Yeah, this was a tough one for Team Secret Whales. Not a lot. I'm certain no one expected them to win this because FlyQuest have been really good against, like, competition they can, like, that they should beat. They haven't really lost to anyone that they shouldn't lose to, is, I guess, the way to put it. Like, if FlyQuest are the better team on the day, or in a matchup, they will generally win. Like, they're not a team that gets upset very often. Like, wow, that is an insane sentence. I love that. Sorry. They Taki and here they're just like, if we'd want to run into G2, because if we had to face a Western team, we want to face G2 because we want to smash them. I'm like, damn, got them. But it is like, I don't even think FlyQuest have been upset this season regionally, let alone I guess you can't get upset internationally if you are just not expected to win anything. But they've also shown they have some stuff against really good Eastern teams, so it's not like there's no chance. But I will continue to be a FlyQuest hater until they actually do something impressive at this tournament. As I forgot what the next game is. Oh yeah, that's right. It's a rematch of 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Is it 2 years ago? Yep, 2 years ago, T1 and Genji met in the Swiss stage round 2. So it will be round 3 this time. So there's more stakes. It was Genji who came out on top, of course. And we'll see if Genji continue to have T1's number, or if internationally T1 remain superior to actually, T1 have never beaten Genji internationally, have they? MSI again. 2023 Worlds, they lost their one game. And I don't think they've ever been, have they been the knockouts before? I don't think so. So it's time to figure out if the LCK 1 seed is superior to the LCK 2 or 4 seed, not even the 2 seed. But again, T1 are internationally a beast. So maybe it is just going to be a Genji loss, because they kind of struggle internationally, at least at Worlds. They struggle at Worlds. People get really mad when you say they struggle internationally, because they do have 2 MSI championships now, but Worlds buff is different for Faker, so we'll see if it's the 4 seed or the 1 seed going to the 2-1 pool. And we are back. It is the second game of the day, and how on earth is this? Once again, a day 2, well, it's a day 4 this time, but it was day 2 last time. It is Genji, the reigning MSI champs, the LCK champs, up against the reigning world champs in T1. for the first time ever, one of these two teams will face elimination in the Swiss stage. For Gen G, it would only be their second time since since Gen G bought them that they would potentially be missing the knockout stage of Worlds. They missed it back in 2018 when they were the third seed from Korea, way before they got Chovy and Canyon and Dor, like way before they picked up all these dudes. It's Keen, sorry, they had Doran last year, but like way before they picked up all these dudes. I guess they had him 2 years ago. Whatever. He was on this team. Like, this is, oh my god, who was even on that team? I can't even remember. I think Peanut might have been on it, actually. Very funny enough. No, Peanut was on the was not on the 2018 roster, of course. But like, it would be the first time. Let's see. Kuvi, Haru, Ambition, Crown, Ruler, pretty much actually, and Core JJ, pretty much the team that won the World Championship the year before. Or the year before, yeah. It's so weird. The story of Samsung to Gen G is really weird and confusing in my head. Because their first split was 2018, when literally winning the World Championship, they sold the roster after they won the World Championship. It's so weird what happened. But yeah, this was back when they bombed out of Worlds 1 and 5 to RNG, C9, and Vitality. The only other time that this specific spot, I guess, this LCK slot bombed out was when they went 5-2, or not 5-2. Sorry, was it 5-3 at the 2014 or 2013 World Championship? Yes, 5-3 in the first second World Championship that they went to. The first World Championship with a modern kind of group stage where they lost a tiebreaker to Gambit Gaming. So, Gen G, it's been a while since they've been knocked out. 7 years now since they've missed the knockouts. And for T1, they've literally never missed the knockouts. They are 9 of 9 right now in making it to the top 8 of World Championships. They've never finished below 4th still at the freaking World Championship. Like, this team is insane. Like, it is crazy how good this team is. Like, you look at their World Championships, no finishes below... Oh, yeah, that's right, as T1. No finishes below 4th since becoming T1 instead of SKT, of course. As I thought we were into the draft, I was lied to. And just to get it all cleared. Oh, old school, let's go. Yeah. They've never finished below 4th at the World Championships, let alone 8th. So there's a lot on the line here. Like, very rarely have I don't even think T1's come close to being eliminated before the knockout stage, let alone anything else. Keen picking up the Orianna for Chovy, Doran and Owner grabbing Aurora Wukong, which is technically also a top lane option. I don't think it is. Look at that. You know what they call that, FlyQuest? They call that banning Bard against the best Bard in the world. Jeez, just so stupid. How do you not ban Bard? He just won a skin on the damn champion. Xin Zhao, we're trading these mid-jungles just like we are always. They showed the graphic, or they showed a bunch of stats before. Best of 1, 2, 3, and 5 between these two teams. The best of 1s are in favor of T1. It's been a long time since there's been best of 1s they've played. Like, there aren't a lot, may I remind you, because the LCK doesn't play best of 1s. Actually, were there even any between them? Now I have to go check, as it's going to be the Sion locked in for Keen. We've seen how strong this champion is. I mean, Driver and Bwipo have shown us how strong these champs can be. I just want to check something. You just want to see. And Bessa going to be the lock-in here. That's a big deal. Where is it? There's been one best of 1, actually. Sorry. And it was won by Gen G. When the hell was that singular best of 1? And it was, oh yeah, Worlds 2023. The only best of 1 they've ever played. because there aren't best of ones in Korea. Take notes, North America. Please stop playing best of ones. Best of ones are the worst for the most part. Sorry. I hate everything. Guma going to lose his Caitlyn. Or Carrier. It could be Carrier losing his Caitlyn. He has played it before. It's not great, but... Or it's not really a great pick at the moment, but it's been a thing. Don't do it. Lucian Xayah taken away. Yeah, with everything down, they're saying you can get whatever supports you want. Get rid of these goddamn ADCs. As 4 of the best ADCs actually already banned away. Are we going to see the Kai'Sa left up is the question for Gen G, because if they don't, T1 will just slam it to add to their dive comp here. And it's going to be the Sivir, actually, going to be taken away. So they're not actually going to be able to trade the Sivir. There's probably going to have to be the Ezreal traded, or the Ashe if you're really feeling it. This is an insanely aggressive... I mean, yeah, you have 2 of the best ADCs in the world here. Ruler coming in on another level of performance entering this tournament. Like, I mean, this whole team, of course, has been elite all year, but this is... Ruler is on another plane of existence compared to the rest of the ADCs at this tournament for the most part. Like, there's not a lot of them holding a candle. Viper? I could say Viper's holding a candle to him. Elk could be, as please don't have more issues with the draft. I mean, Hope, but Hope hasn't really been the hyper carry. Doggo has been a pretty good hyper carry for his team, but I don't think he's on Ruler's level. Oh, full computer crash. That's great. Uh-oh. So we have to just redo the draft really quick. That's great. We have to redo the entire lobby. Someone's computer exploded. They couldn't handle it, I guess. But that is a lot. I keep forgetting. I thought there were more best of ones, but I'm like, LCK's never played best of one, even way back when. Like, because they're counting Samsung as the same thing, because technically, because the LCK does count Samsung and Gen G as the same organization, because they count their franchises differently than we do, because technically it was just the ownership was bought and rebranded. It's, yeah, Gen G, Samsung to Gen G is technically defined as a rebrand and not a new organization, which is a call. I wouldn't say so. That's like saying 100T are a rebrand of, or Sentinels will be a rebrand of 100 Thieves because they bought the same spot as them in the LCS, which is not how that works at all. Gen G are not Samsung. They are completely different. They hired the same staff after the like, they brought in the same staff and lineup, but they are different organizations. No one from Samsung in terms of an ownership group is in this, and I stand by that. Different team. Viper's not in this game. Wrong Korean team. But Gen G, I mean, yeah, whatever. I honestly, besides the whoever loses this game, I care about way more than whoever wins this game, to be honest. Because if they win this game, they're gonna go 3-1. We all know they're gonna go 3-1 to the surprise of nobody. Like, it's not gonna matter. I don't think whoever wins this game is so unlikely to get knocked out. Literally, the only way that we're gonna have a 1-2 team from the LCK is they're going to have to do it themselves, in the same way that Europe and LTA had to knock themselves, in the same way that one of the LTA had to knock themselves to 0-2, and one of the LEC will have had to knock themselves to 0-2, and now we'll have to knock one of them out of the tournament. That is exactly what's happening here. Like, the only reason one of these Korean teams will be missing is missing from the 2-1 pool is because they faced a Korean. That's literally it. I don't think we would lose a Korean team in the Swiss stage if this didn't happen. I mean, T1 have looked really shaky. That is true. T1 have looked pretty rough, all things considered. Like, they look lost at some points in these games. But still, I think they're good enough to make it to the knockout stage. Because it is just... it's too easy. Like, the rest of the world is so behind still. It's absolutely insane. Like, if they fall to 1-2, who's going to knock them out? You have TSW, And then most likely it is G2 and 100 Thieves. Those three teams will be joining them. And then one of PSG Talon, of Fnatic, VKS, and MKOI. Who in that lineup is beating goddamn SKT? Like, just who is beating SKT in that pool? Who's beating Gen G? No one's beating Gen G in that besides maybe No, HLE would get curb stomped. We know this already. Though that would be an elite matchup. It would be the first time a Korean team, of course, not the first time a Korean team gets knocked out of the modern format World Championships. D Plus missed, I forgot, in 2023, and I think it wasn't KT. KT didn't even make the damn thing. D Plus twice? Dude, this team is cursed. It's the same, it's like G2. In the same way G2 is damned to always lose to BLG at World, like, I think they got 2-1 both times, right? I think, yeah, both times that G2 have been knocked out of Worlds, it's at the hands of BLG in a 2-1 in the final round. Same thing with D Plus Kia. They run into an Eastern team who is slightly better than them. It was KT Rolster 23, and in 24 it was Weibo Gaming. They run into them, and they just lose in the 5th round. It's like, that's the only way you get rid of Eastern teams at these tournaments, goddammit, is you put them up against another Eastern team, because no one else can beat them. Oh, FlyQuest already did this last year, where they didn't face a single real team, and they made it. I mean, they did also take Gen G to 5, so could be the case, but yeah, no. FlyQuest getting stomped by Koreans is nothing new. They are yet to win a set off of a Korean team. Shocker, I know, considering that NA haven't won an international best of 5 against an Eastern team in who knows how long. Is it 2018? Is it 2018? Is that the last time that NA have taken? There's no way. We're in the middle of a tech pause, so I have a little bit of time. There's no way the last time FlyQuest or NA have beaten Korea is... It's completely possible. I think it is completely possible. I have to go open my custom query. Okay. Special query. Region head-to-head. There we go. My Vietnam and Brazil KR. As we are into the draft, and I will continue. Oh, that's game. Whoops, wrong one. I will continue to look at this. The last time, this is in order as well. The last series that NA, do they count? Because they faced off. Because, yeah, no, this is missing, like, FlyQuest and stuff. So we also have to do this, and we have to include AME. So I will be right back. Or not right back. I'm going to be continuing my research. As yerp. Yeah, that's not surprising. I don't give a damn. So the last time NA took a game, as Corky's locked in. Yeah, let's go to game first before we even talk about anything else. Is Alistar going to actually just be the lock-in into the Poppy here? That's not a great option. Not a good idea, but the last game, not series, that NA has taken off of a Korean team was 2021 Day 7 of Worlds, where Team Liquid beat Gen G and promptly lost the tiebreaker because they are Team Liquid. The last series that North America have taken, the last best of 5, unless there is one that I am absolutely missing. Because this is all the way up to now. Why is 2022 not here? Oh, well, because, yeah, teams that didn't make the transfer, I guess. So just in case, we can check. Is there anything after 2021? E.g., MSI 2022. That is the actual last one, as we are so close to it, but I had too much time on my hands to do this. That is the actual most recent game in an official tournament. Technically, C9 did take games off of the Fearless Foxes or FearX at an invitational event, but that is the actual last game. Yeah, they took 2 games off of them in a span of 2 tournaments, and that is the most recent success they've had. They haven't taken a best of 5 off of this region since a best of series. Screw best of 5. They haven't taken a best of 3 off of Korea in 7 years. They haven't taken anything off of them. It's been so damn long. I don't believe in FlyQuest at all, is my point. I don't believe in anyone to take down Korea, but I especially don't believe in FlyQuest. As a look at how aggressive they are. Let's go. 14-4. Jeez, ruler. He's pretty good at League of Legends. Yeah, just, there's no chance. I mean, TL got close with the 2-1. Obviously, FlyQuest got close twice. But it is dire situations. Is the only thing that can beat a Korean is a stronger Korean, as we've learned. It's really weird. Yeah, Gen.G and T1 just don't meet at Worlds, like, ever. They've only met at MSI and once at Worlds, really. Yeah, rip 1-2 bracket. Dear God. Who the hell had Gen.G or T1 being 1-2? Like, that is psychotic. You would be, like, people would bully you off the face of the earth for even suggesting that. T1 fans would have you executed for saying they could be 1-2 after 3 games. But here they are facing a team they've struggled against for like the past 3 years. Like, as true as it is that T1 are great at Worlds and all that stuff, like, and how Gen.G are chokers, they've not beaten in the one meeting they've had at the World Championships. They haven't beaten them. Yes, they beat them when they were Samsung. Who cares? This is not Samsung. This is Gen.G. We've gone over this. And since they became Gen.G, T1 are 0-1 against them at Worlds. They've played literally 1 game. Nice block there from Doro onto Carry, but there's the barriers burned. The heal coming out as well from both supports, and the trade is in favor of T1. You have to remember, for the past 3 years, T1 have struggled against Gen.G. Like, Gen.G have the best of 5 advantage by 5 series, and almost all of that is from the past few years. And Chovy losing that trade in mid, but Keen is going to go and check out the red side here, get the Krugs spotted out, and know that you do not have to worry about the jungler. It is bot side for Owner right now. So you can see, we know he's on the Gromp, obviously. T1 do not, or Gen.G do not, but they can guess now where he is based on how long into the game and where he's pathed. So Doran jumping in. Yeah, I'm shocked. It absolutely sucks that we haven't had a best of series between these teams at the World Championships. Like, the best team in the world versus the best team of all time kind of thing. Is like, well, duh, of course they would meet up. They've never met up. Gen.G need to make finals, and yeah, you can see here, head-to-head in 2025, T1 have taken 2 series off of them. Is nice trades coming in from Keen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Is Canyon coming in? It's 7-2. That's not good. As Doran forced a flash, Canyon continuing to go forwards. Doesn't have the audacious charge a second time, though. Didn't have time to stack up the 3 Talon strike, as these mid laners are getting pretty low. The trades are getting aggressive. But yeah, T1 had the same record this year against Gen.G that that the LMS have had against them since forever at Worlds. Faker's looking for it. He can't really afford to tank a turret shot, so he can't actually finish the job there. Nice stun, and Doro going to continue to be on the receiving end of a smackdown here from Carrier. We don't have a nickname for them, do we? It's just Guma Carrier. Unless we do have a nickname for them. Because I honestly might have forgotten it. Like, I don't know. There's no good nicknames for them. It just sounds weird. So I'm not a fan. I don't know. This is me realizing that some bot lanes just don't have cool nicknames. Most of them don't. Damn it. Canyon just not spotted on that Scryer's Bloom, actually. Chovy. Ooh, doesn't throw the E. There's the recast of Q, though. It is so crazy. Nice! I mean, using the minions, so Duro just wasn't expecting him to go for the dash there. Nice play by Carry. I mean, this is... I do love this bot lane so much. Carry is probably one of my favorite players. I'm biased as hell, but Canyon is about to find him, and he's about to mess with the bull. You get the horns. Nope. Decides better. Kruggo's time. And it's perfectly fine that Canyon... Usually I criticize Canyon for being too much of an early game farmer and not going for any plays, but he's already gone for a play topside, actually. A really nice attempt to get Doran caught out. It does get his flash. And Owner's been pretty inactive as well. Wukong, not the most well known for his pre-6 ganks, just because he can't. It also doesn't help that it's either... Besides Keen, Chovy's been pretty neutral with Faker in wave states, and they've actually been winning bot lane push for most... They've been getting slow pushed in, and he was on his top side while they were getting slow pushed, so it is really difficult to justify going for a gank on bot side, even when they're pushed in, when it just it doesn't line up. The stars did not align. The waves were not there. Dude, I was like, dude, he's behind him. Oh, yeah. And that's why it's odd they drafted the LSR into it, but they've actually made it work pretty well, like, all things considered. Like, Carry's been making it work pretty well in bot lane to keep the pressure on Duro and Ruler. Deruler. See? That one works. Like, that one works. So frustrating sometimes. Anyways, now that I'm griping about very silly things, because I think they're very silly, we have the lane swap coming through here with the Grubs up in 45 seconds. Both of these teams want to get their bot lane pressure to shove these waves in, get some ultis, as Guma has the killer instinct, and field goal, baby. The summoners are up. This is the point of just hyper-aggressive early trading. Ooh, Faker with a nice little sidestep there. I don't know. The mental games are strong today. I mean, these two have seen each other. The sheer amount of games these two have played against each other is comedy. Like, it is insane. When did Chovy join? 2019? No, it had to be 2018 after the Griffin or 2020 after the Griffin explosion. He joins this team. Hello, Griffin explosion. The great Griffin explosion of the 2019 summer, literally killing their world championship run because they didn't have a coach. His Carrier is already half HP. Owner can come in, but he is Wukong, and that's going to be difficult as they spot him out, and this is going to be the Grub started and another teammate of Faker using the Faker ward. I think that's hilarious because he would never use it. As Chovy wins out that trade in the end, he does have bone plating actually compared to, I think Faker might have it as well. Keen, I mean, he's just trying to push Faker back, but didn't really work out. Keen takes a ton there, and he's giving that over to him. He's giving plates over to Mbessa right now. And Owner's just going to continue to bother him to delay his reset a little bit longer. And Doran's pretty chill with it. They do get the Grubs, but I think they get that regardless of whether Keen tries to kill Faker or not. And the answer was not. Or, well, no. I said try, so yeah. There's the adjective. Try. Or, damn it, no. It doesn't work. Wait, no, it does work. There's the adjective. Try. I'm sorry. I have to make cheesy wrestling references. Holy cow, Chovy is gapping Faker. Like, genuinely. Like, holy cow. There is no meme. We dunk on Chovy for just farming. Dude is 15 CS ahead. He is beasting on Faker right now. That is a lot of damage from Ruler. I still stand by my point of saying Ruler's better than Guma right now. I don't think I made it like super clear when I didn't list Guma on the same level as Ruler earlier. I think Ruler is better by a lot right now. I think he is on another level compared to Guma. It's been a rough year for T1. Let's put it that way. Even though they did make MSI finals, of course, it's been a rough year. regionally, especially summer. Hello. Duro resetting in the enemy jungle. Hello. It's been a rough summer. Even, actually, no, it hasn't been a rough summer. I guess playoffs-wise, it's been a rough summer. They've looked shaky, comparatively. Bonk. Oh, buffered. That did nothing, but it looked cool. And I think that's like half of the battle in League of Legends is doing really meaningless stuff that looks pretty cool. As, I mean, there's not even a gold lead. I'm not even going to mention the gold lead. It's all it's literally Chovy. The whole gold lead is Chovy right now. As he is just 20 CS ahead. He's just been zoning so well, putting the pressure on Faker. He's forced him to I think he's gotten, what, 2 unforced resets? As Canyon might just get first blood here. Completely unspotted and Ruler jumping forwards. I think Guma knows something's up as Killer Instinct away. Still gets hit by the wind, becomes lightning, but it's not going to be enough. Just enough space bought by Guma to get to safety, but there's no defensive or offensive ulti for that matter available for the AD carry of T1. They're going to have to hand over this dragon as Doran cancels his reset here. So he's going to try and pick up this fight here with Keen, and he's doing pretty well for himself. As Cyan can't really answer the damage, and Mbessa throws down. Dragon goes down. They knew he was on the bot side. Owner going to look for some invade. Finds actual nothing. Canyon is, of course, very good at power farming if he wants to. And Roa here, first item. Eclipse finished for Doran. So we're seeing these first items slowly roll in, a little slower than we've seen them in other games. A lot slower than we've seen them in other games because there's no kills. Both of these teams have been playing pretty... I don't know if safe is the right word. I guess safe is kind of the correct word, but it's not what I'm going for. Because they've definitely not been, like, trying to not do anything. Like, they've traded. They've found angles. Canyon's gone for plays. Keen's gone for plays. Chovy's been throwing down the gauntlet with Faker and trades. Ruler and Guma have gone for, like, have run at each other pretty heavily. So it's not safe, like, the stereotypical Korean does nothing for 25 minutes, fights once at Baron, game ends kind of vibe. It's just neither of these teams are really able to close out their opportunities. Not for a lack of trying. They've really put in the effort. It's just the defensive responses from both sides, mostly T1, have been really good. As 700 CS ahead, Chovy continues to do Chovy things. This is like his thing. It's his gimmick. He has to gap his opponent in CS, though Guma also getting a little gapped right now. It's only 10 minions. And Guma has some platings to make up for it, so it's not that big of a deal. Actually, does he? No, how does he... How does he close the gap? What? I don't think 13 minions equals 30 or 65 CS, 65 gold of difference. Unless my math is completely wrong, or my assumptions about minions, like, unless the minions are worth 0 gold. Could be wards as well. Oh, he has Cole as well. He does have Cole, so he is generating gold, technically. As they jump in onto Doran, as there's a nice response ulti, but the public execution is actually going to be enough. The follow through from Keen with the flash Q slow is not enough. Canyon, wind became lightning, but he needs the 3 talent strike, and he's not going to find it. Doran with the great escape. He burns everything for it, but he gets out with his life as there's the jump in onto Chovy. Between worlds, the shockwave is nice. Chovy forced to flash out of the big circle of slow. And that is going to be 2 separate plays, getting the flashes of everybody on the side of Gen G pretty much. And they only get Doran, and he's able to just get out of there. I don't know if it was the lifesteal. If it was the lifesteal really helping him there. He got a grass proc during that whole fight, obviously. But he just got enough auto attacks to keep his energy up so he can actually escape. As Leandries is finished, the Faker finally going to be able to put some damage down on the board. So he's down 1k gold in farm alone. And no plates, yeah, farm alone. There are still 14 plates, I think, available for T. Yeah, there are 14 plates that were available. Still, it's Duro standing on top of Canyon, knowing that Carrier can't really jump on him. And they have no vision. Doran also can't do anything here if Duro just throws down the steadfast presence. They know where Doran is, obviously. They're not babies. They have object permanence. Has Genji have done some zoning? Faker in the back of the pit, and he's just going to have to jump out. All right, going forwards, Carrier. Is he going to find an angle? There's the Poppy Copter charging up, and Doran has been ejected, and Genji should be able to just win this outright. Faker can't find an angle in. Owner can't find a steal. And JDG, he was on JDG at the time, never mind. And it's going to be the Rift Herald going over and the feat of Monster Slaying going over to Genji on top of it. And the ejection just means T1 have no engage because Doran can fly into the backline, potentially find Chovy, find Ruler or Canyon, and potentially turn the table or turn the tides. But without him there's no engage. Carrier can't go in. Owner can't go in. It is so difficult to get in when all your engage are dashes. All your engages are dashes, and there's a Poppy on the other side and no one to break that Poppy down or get past the Poppy to pull pressure. Like, you don't want to flash for it if you're Carrier. Is Carrier getting exhausted here? Some nice damage onto the cow. Is Owner going to just bonk? See, this is why I can't play Wukong. I don't input enough stop commands in my games. As onto the Scuttle Crab. Owner should be able to grab this pretty easily. Canyon dropping down the Rift Herald to put pressure on the mid lane. And Genji still just hanging out in between both. As they're going to try and get this first turret and secure themselves. The feats of strength as the jump in onto Guma almost there. But he's way too close to his turret. And T1 still have Owner and Doran actually on this kind of flank angle as they're protecting Faker doing this turret. But Genji don't care about the turret. They want to get this dragon. They want to start stacking up this Drake Soul as it is Mountain. And this would make Sion impossible to kill. This would make Sion and Poppy so strong in this game. But now Faker going forwards here. Where's the Poppy Copter as Carrier finds 3, but they've ejected Canyon, and now the engage doesn't connect. The public execution isn't there, and Keen going to find the first kill, but Doran into the back line now. Owner on a long flank, 4-man Cyclone, but it's not enough. Guma can't put down the damage. It's a double for Chovy as Guma's heading for the turrets, but Genji will not let him rest. Under the turret they go. Keen tanking up. Canyon throwing down the damage. Chovy with the triple kill. Surviving on 30 HP as well with the shield. Genji get an unofficial ace. And they're going to get a second dragon to go with it as they wipe the floor with T1 right there. 3 kills to Chovy. And it looks like a good re-engage angle, but there's so many things that vaguely go wrong. Nice engage from Carrier, but they eject Owner, so the damage isn't there. Barely missing Keen with the public execution, so Doran has to spend so much time getting into that backline and no one CC'd. And then huge, but the shockwave stops the damage from flying in, and Guma has to run. And Keen is so damn tanky. 1, 2, 3 turret shots. This dive goes on for so long. And then, oh, baby, Chovy just surviving with that command protect. Barely enough shielding to keep him alive. And you look at the damage numbers. It is a bell curve of damage, which is kind of what you want to see. You actually want a shifted one. Like, you want a skew left one, but still, you get my point. Or you want to, yeah, skew left would be tail, right? Skew left would be tail on left? Or would skew right be tail on the left? Chovy goes nuclear. So much damage. Shockwave. Doran is trapped. Forced to flash away. Chovy's the greatest player ever. I won't stand by that one, but I will say Chovy is maybe the best player of the year. Again, Chovy, for like the second year running, in contention for player of the year. Maybe you could go, it's Ruler. You could argue it's Ruler. But it's one of them two. Like, those two are just so good right now. Is Dorian coming to bot lane as they are going to call for Mbessa onto the Atacon. Oh. T1 continuing their trend of always willing to go for these 20-minute objectives. Guma's not here quite yet, and the damage is about to get laid down. No one! It missed Canyon because of elevation changes. Ruler finds the first kill of the fight, if there even is a fight left in T1. And there's no frontline now besides Owner here, and he's chunked. And they found Carrier. The heal is going to be nice, but Keen is zoning off the carries. As there's the jump in right now for Canyon. He's looking for Carrier. He's already popped his ulti, and Chovy finds number 4 for himself. And T1 have nowhere to go. Guma pulled, stunned, crushed by Chovy. Faker finds another kill for T1, but it is 8-2. And this is going to be a dive for Ruler as Faker lays down the damage, but Ruler lays down the law. Owner getting chased. He's waiting. Cyclone gets burned. Canyon wants to jump in. He's waiting for the clone, but he's way too close to turret. He'll just have to take a 4-for-1 as T1 again bodied off of their own objective call. Oh. Genji are so good at video games. Genji, so good at video games, man. I'm going to lower the gain a little bit. We're loud today. We're loud. I'm sorry. But they go for it. And then Doran just caught, no flash in the middle of Narnia. Canyon dodges away from the public execution. They already have lost their jungler. That's a big issue. And then they're about to get destroyed here. Duro, what an engage. And then flying in onto Owner, actually. And then Carrier going to be the one to fall right when his ulti expires. A big one plus Chovy's QW means he is dead. And then Chovy with the pull back on Carrier with the shockwave picks up the kill for himself. Faker will at least secure this chase down kill. But that is all they're going to get as Doro is caught here. But is it going to be enough? As so much from Ruler right there. Look at the damage coming out from these big ones. That was a regular one. It was orange. I think they're all orange, right? I don't use arcade a ton. As Carrier getting jumped on. As double redemptions as they found Canyon, but they haven't. The jump in onto Ruler. Is it going to be enough? Nice block of the killer instinct. And Doran getting airborne by the keeper's verdict. And it is the verdict of Duro that Ruler will survive and that he will thrive. Faker trying to escape, but there's so much to run away from. There's too much chase. He's forced to flash, but the follow-through. Shockwave. Chovy finds number 6. It is the ace for Gen G as they are bathing in the blood of T1. Chovy, 100% kill participation. And he's not just doing it. He's doing it while he's Chovying. He's almost 50 CS ahead, and he's 100% KP. This is not the Chovy of yesteryear or the year before that where he would sit in the side lane and farm for 30 minutes. This Chovy is active. He is hungry for a damn world title. Holy cow. What a survive. And then just out of range of Canyon. So that means Ruler's going to get jumped on. But he has so much insulation. Look at what Duro is doing. This guy is doing God's work over here. Just doing God's work to keep his ADC alive. And then Chovy is tired of hearing about Faker at Worlds. He says, where's my goddamn praise? And 9,500 gold ahead. They're going to be on Mountain Soul Point. Mejai's started for Chovy. I guess not start. Yeah, he's about 50% of the way there already. 3 items for Ruler. 2.5 items for Chovy. He's about to get more on base. Like, we're almost on 3 items for Keen. It is disastrous. GA is about to be available for Canyon. What are you supposed to do to win this game if you are T1? Because you are not just a team fight away. This is not the CFO game. Like, where it's one team fight win and you can flip this entire game on its head. No, you need like 5 team fights in a row to pick this up. 4 grand of this gold lead, almost half of this gold lead is Chovy. Faker is getting absolutely dipped. When was the last time someone's manhandled Chovy or Faker like this as they're jumping it out to Chovy, but they've ejected the Monkey King, and he is spinning on nothing right now as it's a double kill for Ruler, continuing to go forward. Chovy going to pick up number 7, and it's a shutdown onto Ruler, but it is Keen on a killing spree, and Gen G will get this Baron with ease. I don't think Owner can steal this. There's the stun coming through. The exhaust, he is getting jumped on. He's going to have to Warrior Trickster over the wall, and he can't find an angle to get this steal. Gen G are cruising here. They have faced 2 of the best opponents they could have possibly faced right now. And, oh my, 7-0 and 11 for Chovy. Holy, but Gen G, I mean, their matchups have been, pretty good. They have not looked bad at all. They lost to the former Rogue Warriors, the current Anyone's Legend, but it is not like they lost by a lot. They lost control in the late game, yes, but it was a winnable game for most of it. It was like, what, 9 to 13 or 14 by the end of the game or something. Like, that's not much. They did play PSG Talon, who are on the pain run right now. They do not have to face another Korean, but they have faced the 1 and the 2 seed. They won't face the 3 seed, as KT are done for the Swiss stage. We'll see if they face the 4 seed. It depends on a lot of things. It requires a lot of things to go right, as they would actually... Yeah, they would need to win a game. Sorry, PSG Talon, you don't get to face T1. It would be really funny, though. 12k gold behind right now. I believe the biggest gold diff at the end of the game of the tournament has been 16k, as there's the jumping with the public execution. Maybe they found it, but 2-man shockwave. Chovy's just way too damn strong, and it's a double. It's a triple for Chovy. It's a double. Actually, it's not. He stole the kill. It is easy peasy lemon squeezy. 15,500 gold ahead for Gen G, as they will firmly assert themselves at 2-1. And T1, for the first time in the Swiss stage, are a win or a loss away from going home. For the first time ever, T1 are on the verge of being eliminated from the World Championships before knockouts. Are you kidding? CFO were the straw that broke the camel's back, and then Gen G just killed the goddamn camel. Like, CFO, first team from the LMS to take a game off of T1 in 7 years. And Gen G go 2-0 in best of ones. Their second ever best of one against T1, as look at that. This is insane to look at right here. KT in first, Gen G in second, T1 in third. Unimaginable. What the heck? Again, if you told me that T1 and Gen G were meeting up in the third, on the, what do you call it? In the third round of Swiss, and it wasn't a 2-0 match, I would have called you insane. I didn't even think T1 looked that good. They almost lost to IG convincingly. No, they didn't almost lose to FlyQuest. Sorry, FlyQuest, you suck. But they lost to CFO in a tight game, but, like, this team has not looked great at all this tournament. It has been a struggle for T1 to defend their title. And it's just so odd. Like, T1 have never looked this bad before the knockouts. Like, let me make that very clear. Like, never, ever have T1 looked this bad. Even during, like, debatably their worst Worlds run in 2017, they didn't look this bad. Like, and they went to finals that year, may I remind you, but that was like I think a lot of people will tell you that was the worst Worlds run of SKT T1's long storied history, which is, yeah, this is the first time they've lost 2 games in Swiss. There's only been 3 years of Swiss. They went 3-1 both years. But it's crazy. T1 have never struggled this much. I don't even think they've lost 3 games in a single pre-knockout before Worlds, let alone like face elimination. I'm just gonna go check really quick because I think that is the case. I don't think. No, it is not. They've lost 2 games before. I'm pretty sure. I think they have. I have to go check this because that's insane if that's the case. 7-1. We're just gonna go check really quick. 7-1. 6 and that's right. 20. I don't even know why I checked 2015. They didn't lose till finals game like 4. 1. 17 was 5-1. That was widely regarded as their worst year as well. May I remind you? Like that was the year where Faker hyper carried. 5-1. Are you serious? This team has never lost 2 games even. 5-1, dude. What the hell? This is like the best. What? It's like this is the best team of all time. 5-1, 3-1, and then 3-1. Obviously, the past 2 years. Wow. Okay, I thought this was just the. I thought they went 4-2 one year, but no. This is the first time. Not only they were even close to elimination. This is the first time T1 have lost 2 games before the knockout stage at the World Championships. Jeez. Like every SKT stat sounds insane. Like they've never finished below top 4 at the World Championships for a long time. They won every World Championship they entered in. Like for until 2015 or yeah. I mean, I guess until 2015. Yeah, 2015 MSI they did lose, but until 2017 they had lost only 1 international final. They had made every final they competed in and they had only lost 1. 13, 15 MSI, 15 Worlds, 16 Worlds, 16 MSI, yeah, 17 MSI. Like, they went 5-1 through their first 6 international finals. No other team has 6 international finals, period, besides RNG. They don't. They have 5. RNG have 5 international finals. Holy cow, this team is good. Anyways, enough gushing about how hard T1 have been historically dominating and how hard Gen G just stomped them as they reassert the fact that T1 cannot beat them. Like, they took them to 5 games in LC in summer finals or in summer playoffs, and clearly Gen G were mad about it because they responded by being the first team to put T1 on the ropes at Worlds ever. And I mean, depending on how these games break, T1 could be going home early. Gen G roll and T1 struggle. As up next, it is BLG taking on 100 Thieves. Hold on, let me make sure I'm correct. No, G2. I keep mixing them up because oh my god, sorry. I keep mixing them up. G2, red side. BLG, blue side. Will the struggles continue? Or I guess not really, but I guess the question isn't which struggles will get, or isn't will the struggles continue? It's which team's struggles, which champion's struggles, may I remind you. Whose regional champion will continue to struggle at the World Championships and face elimination, and who will go to 2-1 alongside the likes of Gen G and CFO? It's time to find out. And we are back. It is time for the third game of the day as the LPL champion, BLG, take on the LEC champion, G2. Huh? What? I'm just like so lost how we have ended up in this situation where the number 1 seed from China and Europe are both 1-1 and then draw each other. Like, that is insane as we are into the draft. And to put it into perspective, every other 1 seed has made the 2-1 pool. All 3 1 seeds from the other regions at least have advancement opportunities. I mean, obviously, one of them went 2-0. The other ones went, what do you call it? The other ones went closer as they both went 1-1 and won their 1-1 matches. That's a bit concerning if you are a believer in either of these, because we will be missing only one regional champion. There will be one regional champion that is just left out to the Wolves, as it is going to be Knight on his very impressive rise. His thoroughly impressive rise, if you will. So I'm just making sure everything is good on this other screen that is irrelevant to what is happening on screen right now. As Hans going to the Varus would be a very big throwback. And it's going to be Hans Sama on the Varus, yeah. It's been, I mean, we haven't seen it yet. Oh, that's a sick-ass drawing. What? But Varus, completely uncontested in this tournament. The only Varus we've had, actually, is the Shies before the tournament even technically started. Back in the play-in stage match, or in the play-in match. It's not even a play-in stage. It was one game. But that's about all we've seen of this champion. It's not even like he's bad. It's just the prio has moved. But maybe it's moved in the wrong direction, because it does have, I mean, of course, we're still early in this tournament, like in the grand scheme of things, even though we've almost cut half of the teams out, as Shadow going to have to show his might. I don't think he's been incredible. Like, he did do really well on Afir yesterday, yes, but I don't think he's been incredible since joining. Like, both BLG junglers have been they've been serviceable. I don't like using the word serviceable when I describe players on really good teams usually, but I think that's what most people would tell you is they're good, but both of them have had their struggle. I mean, Beichuan got benched, may I remind you, and he went international and he got benched. He won LPL and he got benched in summer. And it's just like, yeah, that's kind of what we're dealing with. We're dealing with both of these junglers suck situation, but both of these junglers have been on and off. Very funny. They've been very flippy-floppy with how their performances are, and it's made it kind of difficult. Like, BLG were not the 1 seed going into LPL finals this year, despite being very clearly, like, the best team the entire year once again. Like, they have not finished any split in the top 2, let alone, yeah, they haven't finished any split in the top 2. Sivir, Cassio taken away. Yeah, Cassio is really good this tournament, actually. It's kind of crazy. But, yeah, they were second in their group entering split 1, and they would actually be knocked out by Top Esports in the lower bracket. They were 4th in split 2, or sorry, in spring, and they fell 3-1 to Anyone's Legend, but they got also 3-2 by Anyone's Legend, and they struggled in a rematch against struggled. They 3-1 IG after they swept them. 3rd in summer, and they actually ran the gauntlet there. They won everything. 3-2 J. It was not close. It was not clean. 3-2 JDG, 3-1 BLG or IG, 3-2 Top Esports, and 3-2 Top Esports again. Seriously, this team has been rough this year. Who's the 4th team they dropped a game to? Wait, he locked it in. His hover. He locked in the hover. Let's go. Locking it in. Woo! And Ezreal going to be the lock-in here for Elk as Anivia's. That's crazy. Wow, yeah. So in the stretch of 3 weeks, BLG lost all 4 of their games after going undefeated. Is it just going to be Ezreal Leona? That's a pretty good pairing. I would say so. Sorry, all of this has been about how BLG have struggled this year. G2 have struggled this year. I mean, they went international, of course, in second split. I don't remember. Did they win second split? Was it them or was it K-Core again? It was MKOI. That's right. I was like, it was MKOI or it was G2. MKOI also struggled internationally, and they continue to struggle internationally, as it will be the Varus Braum. So we have some frail Yordians, as it will be Poppy top for the first time this tournament. We've seen a lot of Poppy support or Poppy banned, but nope, we get the Poppy top lane this time, as Broken Back will have to continue to be Broken Back. That's a lie. He didn't carry yesterday, but he played very well. Obviously, you don't win a game without playing well. That's a lie as well. G2 have done that for years now in Europe. They've won games they really shouldn't have, but it's going to be on Hans and Skumon to get busy, as the Anivia will probably win lane, or at least it's designed to win lane, but that is subjective and not always the most valuable thing to do. Like, winning lane no longer, it's not season 2. Win lane, win game is not the mentality anymore in pro play, or in any play really. Even in solo queue, like, win game, win lane, win game doesn't like do anything. Like, you can win your lane, but even if you do well, you still have to do stuff that isn't just laning the whole game to win. So it's fair, as I think these are the 2 1 seeds who have struggled the most the entire year. Like, if I had to pick 2 teams in this tournament who have just been in the struggle bus all year, these are 2 of them. As it is Kati played Anivia? Ew, why would Kati ever play Anivia? At Worlds, nonetheless. First Anivia in 3 years internationally. That is the lowest rated 1 seed at the tournament, by the way. G2, actually, it might be FlyQuest, but G2 with a nice 10th place, BLG with a nice 8th place. To put it in perspective, obviously, Gen.G are first. No surprises. I think CFO are 4th currently in the overall rankings. Yeah, pretty standard Anivia runes. But you look at it, it's 1, 4, and then 8 and 10. I don't know where FlyQuest rank on this today. I think they might have been 7th. They might be 3rd or 7th, but they also are not good internationally, which means the power rankings are sometimes a lie. Like, occasionally they're a lie, but they do roughly meet it out. BLG Future World Champs, they look not great. G2 also, in no exaggeration, look like absolute ass at this tournament. Like, these 2 teams have looked like ass. At least yesterday, BLG won hard, or 2 days ago now, sorry. BLG won hard. Both of them won hard 2 days ago, but I don't think either of them really beat anyone of note. Like, they really didn't. Just a fact of life, unfortunately, as there's the jumping on to on again, and they're going to just continue to chunk down the Leona as best they can, as Elk going to go forwards, heels burned there to just keep themselves alive. Like, BLG beat, was it MKOI? No, G2 beat MKOI, which is like the least impressive win of all time. I think BLG beat Fnatic, so I can't say it was much more impressive. They beat a lower seed from the same damn region, but my point is, not great. Yes, now, every year, this has been a matchup every year at Worlds so far since Swiss Stage, and really since BLG have started qualifying to World Championships. Like, conveniently at the same time that Swiss Stage was introduced, BLG got really, and yeah, literally right when BLG got good was when MSI got reworked, so it's pretty easy to track their history, because they just beat the dog shit out of G2 every year. They knock them out all the time. The last 2 years have been BLG 2-2 versus G2 2-2. G2 cubed, as Skumon is lost. Shadow's just standing here. He's waiting. And now here comes the roots onto Caps. He's flashing to his turret, but he is in the egg. Nivea. And Skumon actually has so much pressure here. forces the flash out of Knight because he wouldn't get the kill into Caps without trading, and you do not want to give an early kill onto the Xin Zhao. That is how you get fed. There is no egg now for Caps, which is a big deal. Bin going to get half of a plating off a Broken Blade. What skin is that? That's the Noxus Poppy. Noxby. So this is the first time these two are meeting that isn't in the 2-2 phase. It's instead in the other tied match score phase. Okay, no, it's the first time they aren't going to eliminate each other. And they can't eliminate each other because they have removed rematches from the tournament entirely. Well, okay, before knockouts, I guess. Because if you draw a team you faced already, I don't think they can do anything about it. That's kind of tough, buddy. But it's been a rough showing for only this team. Like, all the other 1 seeds honestly are fine. Like, yes, I gave FlyQuest crap for not beating anyone impressive, but it's not like they lost to someone who isn't impressive. I guess T1 looked like garbage today and not really good yesterday, but like, it's T1 still. It don't matter how they look entering a tournament. They've entered tournaments looking completely terrible. Like, 2023 was not a phenomenal year for the org, or not a phenomenal regional year for the org, as they did lose the championship. As Bin going to get chunked out. Like, regional correlation to performance doesn't mean anything. Weibo looked like absolute garbage in 2023, and they made grand finals. T1 looked incredible in 2022. They lost in 5 to DRX, who looked garbage, who literally were one of the worst teams in summer, as there's the engage. Broken Blade will at least stop the root coming through, but that really only blocks that blocks actually nothing, because he was already stunned. What I'm saying is regional dominance means nothing, and regional ineptitude generally doesn't mean much unless you're from a really bad region. Like, if you're from LEC, being bad in the region means you're cooked at Worlds. Look at Fnatic. Being pretty ass means you're done. They are 0-2. Same with PSG. Being bad means you're done. But being good doesn't mean anything because LEC is a joke of a region. Here comes Shadow onto this dragon. We saw a steal, we saw a steal against T1, but it's not going to happen. The Kiana not going to steal this one away. They're going to stun on as the root connects, as Caps blocking so much, but Bin can't get the Q3 off. Skewmon going to continue going forwards as they're all in the blizzard, and Skewmon goes forward. Nice stun coming through, and that means that it's first blood tonight. The Blast going to take on under the turret, but he's fine with that. Hans goes down. Double kill for Knight. Lebrov survives on one, but here comes the Realm Warp into mid. They've got everyone under the turret. Caps falls. Triple kill for Knight to start this one off. And it's already the feat of warfare for Billy Gaming. And this is what we were expecting from the LPL champs coming into this tournament. Let me make it clear, Top Esports looked better than them in regionals than BLG looked in summer. But they just get the dragon, and they have to keep fighting, because if they don't, BLG will just turn and kill them. Even with Shadow not there, On and Bin will just continue to lock them down regardless. And they need to disengage here, but Skewmon thinks he has it. They actually got out of there right there. And then Skewmon just throws the fight. Skewmon, what are you doing? Because then G2 have to go in to save the teammate, because they think they have an engage angle. Skewmon just told them they have an engage. They didn't have an engage. They get 3 for nothing. This is a sick camera angle, because they aren't reacting, as they just dove on Sama. Or not dove, but they fought him right at the edge of his turret, and they win. Bin online. As On going to take that kill. It didn't really matter. Both of them are just tanks, so who gives a damn? Shadow going on to these grubs, and it is looking pretty dead for G2 already. And BLG will beat them again, it seems. Such is the way of life. Such is the way of being European, and yeah, you're getting cooked up. The all-out does bring Bin under the turret. Doesn't care, he's Cassante. Even with no resistances, like, he's Cassante. He doesn't give a damn. And I want to say it's over because I don't like G2, but it isn't, but it's pretty over. Like, Rise is fed, which means you've accelerated Roa to an unfathomable degree. Left hand, yep. Dominant left hand. In a World's music video, true. As Knight stunned up, but has the flash. And, oh, no Q3. Is on, getting chunked down. Root comes through from Shadow. They have the Supreme Display of Talent, so they can kind of go for a play, but there's not really an angle for them. So go for it. BLG already up 1,500 gold in 10 minutes. Things not going so hot. Minute 30 on the timer as BB is getting shredded right now. He does dodge away from the True Shot Barrage, so On's going to have to try and lock him down here with no Solar Flare. And he gets the stun. And they've pushed him under his turret, but they should not be able to dive him. On just does not have the tankiness or the CC to lock him. Elk doesn't really... Elk kind of has the damage. We'll see. We'll see if Elk has the damage. Labrov should not go for any reset cancels because Vinny will get a reset cancel, but it's not going to go well for him. Has been... BB will just be able to reset and get back to lane pretty safely. I mean, the CS isn't bad because they fought on a really good time. Like, G2, they will be even in CS because they fought on a good timer at least. Because the wave was there and they had their teleports available, they didn't really miss anything. And then they lane swapped, so Hans was able to just go to the top side and catch a wave. But that's about it. As Broken Blade continuing to get slammed, Bin can't Pathmaker him, and that's about all you're going to get out of it. He can't do anything with the Pathmaker because he will just get grounded again. They have vision, so they know they can actually just start the dragon. Nope, and they broke the timers again. Bin has more damage, or less damage at the moment, but that's about it. And now Shadow is here. Profane Hydra in hand. 11-minute Roa in hand for Knight. Caps does have his, so it's actually pretty even right now. As Labrov getting chunked down, and BLG just going to continue to put some pressure on, trying to play. They're going to play cautious. They know they have an advantage, but they don't want to just run at the enemy team or make a stupid mistake. Because that's one real easy way. That's half of Labrov's health already gone. But they've thrown him off entirely. Does Shadow want to go for this is the question of the day. As here comes the TP. They're saying, you could take the dragon, the stun, not going to connect with the wall, and they've overplayed their hand as On is dropping. Skewmon finds one, but is it going to be enough? As here comes Bin. But Knight's not here, and BLG can't fight without their left hand. And it's a double for Hansama, and they found the way back in. Oh, Broken Blade. No flash on Knight. And Billy Gaming are gonna overstay. G2 are gift wrapped some plays. Somehow BLG found a way to fumble the bag. Like, the ulti doesn't connect with anything there. And after looking so good yesterday, BLG, it's rough now. It looks so good for about 5 minutes. And then it doesn't look good. Like, doesn't hit the wall. And then he's so tanky. On is in the middle of everybody. And then Bin just can't do anything here. And Knight is nowhere to be seen. Like, there's just nowhere for Knight. He takes so long to come down. Like, he's answering the wave when he doesn't really need to answer the Poppy at all. And they didn't really synchronize there. BLG on 2 different pages, 3 different pages. Honestly, Knight didn't even know what the hell he was doing there. And G2 had one collective goal: prevent Shadow and Elk from getting into the pit. And they succeeded pretty heavily. If the end result is the case, they succeeded. And their strategies, that was actually a good strategy. Like, that's not results-based thinking. That was, we're going to zone off, and we get the Drake. I don't know if they were expecting the fight to follow it up, but they got it. Knight's still ahead, but Caps is now in this game. He actually finished Roa before Knight. I think it's because of base timings. That was from reset timings. But Billy Gaming, well, we've seen the 2 sides of it. Just had to cleanse. You see Shadow fly in from the river, you just have to cleanse. As there's the jump in onto the Braum, as there's the supreme display of talent, and Shadow's going to pick up his first kill of the game. And Hans survives, but Labrov's still worth a full sack of gold right now, so they're going to take that to the bank. This Elk should be pretty safe here. Skewon going to pressure. Not going to get it. And now the jump in on to the jungler of G2. Not going to happen. The wave blocks the Q from connecting. But with the Herald up, they have no ultimates here, as Broken Blade is winning this matchup right now. And he unstoppables him, but he can't Q3. And that's going to be the solo kill, as On has to flash away, but now Shadow flying in to the Crescent Guard. On is going to survive, and he's actually going to bring Labrov under the turret, and he's rooted. And now Knight throwing in the damage, and Shadow's going to pick up a second kill here. And it's going to be an extended 2-for-1, but a cross-map 1-for-1. Broken Blade just soloed the supposed best top laner in the world. Okay, not supposed best top laner in the world, but debatably, like, the highest cap top laner, if you ask me. Like, when Bin is here to play, he's here to play. But right now, it's Keen, baby. Keen, best top in the world. And Broken Blade, I guess, is now top 2. That's how that works. It's transitive property. It's like when you beat the world champion, you're the world champion now. That's how that works. And just huge steadfast presence there. And then On face checking right now. And he actually buys so much time as we're... Oh, there's a fight. Caps able to get away, but there's the root connecting. But the solar flare is not. And On is going to pop Caps like, well, into an omelet. They're going to pop him in to shape, and Knight's going to take the kill. 4-1-2 on the Rise. And this is why they first picked it. This is why teams are picking Rise, actually, like, unironically. He's so damn strong right now. He has been incredible at this tournament. There's a 42 stack Dark Seal is in the pocket of... Oh, it always looks funny. It's always funny. Okay, I'm not the only one. Haha. See, okay, I'm not the only one who's like, dude, the kerning on this is god-awful. Like, the kerning riot. Kerning! Terrible. 4,000 stack Dark Seal. The old underflow bug. So, G2 have gotten all 3 dragons somehow. Turret falls in the top lane in revenge, because the other turret already fell a long time ago, I guess. As this bot lane tier 1 is actually also under siege. This could be... I mean, G2 have a condition back into this game because it's no longer over. They found that fight, and it is very winnable for them now. It's winnable. That's all you can ask for if you're the LEC, as they are yet to beat a non-European team. They will have 2 wins at the tournament guaranteed, as Fnatic and MKOI are facing each other. But that just means that you're guaranteed to, 1, knock yourself out, and 2, only win 2 games. Like, the LCP has more than that, and they've played the same amount of games, actually. They have now played the same amount of games. They aren't guaranteed another win, though, on the other hand. It's a 1k gold lead now, back up to 1k. As it will be lethality. That's a pretty good call. Really, you're only worried about Bin and On. On doesn't do enough damage to really scare you, and Bin cuts his health in half, and you're also hoping he never gets on you. If he gets on you, you're toast anyways. So who really gives a damn? As Knight, so much damage coming through. Very strong on this champion, if I do say so myself. So Winter's Approach is finished here for the Poppy. No Archangels on Knight yet, but that's not really a big deal. So Elk just going to clear out this wave with his ulti. I want to say Elk is one of the best AD carries in the world right now. It's been a rough start to the tournament for him. Knight, on the other hand, has looked incredible in these past 2 games. But BLG as a whole still kind of scary. Like, they're really, I mean, scary in both ways. Like, they have the opportunity to be insanely good, but they also have the opportunity to just kind of not do anything and lose in dramatically bad, incredibly bad fashion. And it's got to be concerning that one of those 2 things can happen at any given moment without any warning. All right, 8,300 stacks on the Roa. We have been in this game for an eternity, apparently. Adacon is here. As Jonk Shows is the first item here for Bin, actually. Shadow on 2 items. It is 2 cheap items, but still 2 items. Don't ask the definition of 2 items is he has 2 items in his inventory. Doesn't ask how much gold you have or else supports would have 0 items constantly. As we do see the second item actually finished for Hansama thanks to those 2 kills coming through. As Elk is still working on his Muramana, as it will automatically upgrade. Instantly upgrade, I should say. Not automatic. Obviously, it automatically upgrades. It will instantly upgrade once he is finished here. Herald coming down. They want this tier 2 crash to sync up with the Adacon start. As they've been spotted here. And they don't find Caps yet. But there it is. They're jumping onto Caps. But if they're willing to trade him. Nope. Doesn't get out. They lose the Shelly. And they're going to lose their Caps. But if they're willing to trade here. On coming in, and he does not have the smite, and it will be the Adacon going over to G2 in exchange for Caps' life. And there's no fight to follow it up. The Realm Warp just short. And so BLG don't get anything. Caps buys a lot of time, and that is the benefit of having an Anivia on your team, actually. Like, it is huge. It is crazy how much you can buy just because you have 2 health bars. Even though you can't fight back during the second health bar, you still have 2 health bars. And he had the Herald with him. He actually stalled quite a bit. If he... No, there's no way he escapes that. I think it's way too easy to pop the eye if you're on BLG, so... Sadly, not the case. Maybe? No, he grabs it at half health already. Yeah, he grabs it at half health. The eye is respawned. Oh, they pop the eye before... Yeah, they pop the eye before he even gets in there. Yeah, no, there's no chance. Okay. I thought maybe there was an angle. No, he walled, so he also had to go that direction. But look at him. Yeah, he's like sacking. Sacking. So Adacon is a lot of value going over to G2, obviously. As Anivia 2 items now, it's going to be a real pain in the neck to deal with. Labrov has reaction speeds. Higher than 0. The jump in on from Shadow is disastrous for BLG. And that's already going to be 1 and 2 down. What are you thinking there? The wall is gorgeous, forcing another flash out of Knight. And Shadow face checking the entirety of G2 there. And Billy, this is the side where they just kind of throw the game. G2 just get the Drake for free. What did I just watch? Actually, what was that? Drake Soul, it's like insanely fast Drake Soul for G2. From what looked unwinnable 3-0 rise in like 7 minutes to Drake Soul in a 1k gold deficit. As, what are you doing here? No fear. Sometimes you need a bit of fear, though. Okay, Elk didn't fly. I was like, whose flash was that? Oh, it's Poppy's to get the insta-stun. Okay. They try to get the insta-stun on Rise. They do get his flash, at least. What the hell was that? As Shadow
should be able to get Broken Blade here. Root comes through, and they're going to just keep stunning him. He has a lot of HP at least. But Shadow actually does have the opportunity to get a sick engage. He's only going to find one with it, though, but Skumon already forced to ulti. And is there anything else? BB had a shutdown there, actually, so that's huge for Knight to pick up even more gold as the true carry of this team right now. Baron and 50, so they will have BB back up with teleport. Or, yeah, with teleport. I was looking at the wrong sum. But there's an angle where... Is there an angle where BLG rush this and they get away with it? A smite comes through from Shadow on the red buff. We don't even have the Baron enhanced buffs yet as they get Knight and he's stunned, but they don't have any auto attacks to follow it up. But they found On instead on a flank. Shadow way too deep. On is going down in the Realm Warp. We'll get Knight out to safety, but Elk has to continue the run away. As Bin is here, but it is too late for him as here comes the wraparound teleport. They want to get Knight down. And they won't quite yet, but Elk is in Narnia. He needs to run for his life, and he's going to fall too. As there's a chase down coming in. G2, the bodies start dropping. It's 2 for G2 for Broken Blade off of the death. Mad about it. Call him Scion the way he fears beyond death. And... they got so much, and then G2 catch him on an overextension, and now, I mean, 2k gold ahead, but you're about to give up the Baron. The gold lead's about to not exist. They're about to have Baron buff on the Rift. Like, this is insanity from BLG. What is going on here? And On needs to be very careful here. So they won't go for it in the end. What are BLG doing on the team fights? Their positioning has been atrocious. Shadow, overextension of a lifetime there, and then just the overpush on an advantage they already had. They won that play. They could have set up for Baron, and they choose to continue to try and get advantage. They try to push their advantage, and it comes back to bite them. And now G2 are going to start knocking on this mid-tier 1. This thing is already gone. There's no chance. There's no wave thinning right now. Elk is only 2 items. They just don't have anything. They're so bulky. And now it's just, what on earth do you do if you are BLG? You have to outlast another 2 minutes of Baron buff with Elder Soul right after it. So you're going to be pushed up to your turrets, up to your base most likely. Unless they find an incredible fight here, an engage of a lifetime from Shadow after the int of a lifetime from Shadow. There's no angle. Elk is only level 14. Hansama's level 15 here. Knight, 1 level down, 2-man stun. Have they found the engage? There goes the Glacial Fissure as it's jumping onto On time. But there's the Supreme Display of Talent. It's not going to find anything. Skumon finds 1, Skumon finds 2. And it's going to be 3 members dropping on BLG. And G2 may have just found the fight to end this game. They're going triple for Skumon. It is a quad for Skumon. And that should be the game. G2, for the first time in Swiss stage history, take down Billy Gaming. And it will be them who are the odd ones out in the Swiss stage in the 2-1 pool. The LEC first seed pick up the first win outside of a regional civil war here at the World Championships for the LEC. And this is where it was put up or shut up time for the boys in white. And they get it done. They upset BLG and silence the Beijing crowd. No, it's not that bad. It's not that silent. EU fans love their G2. G2's global fan base coming through here to cheer them on. And it is not looking good for Billy Gaming. This is not the exact outcome you wanted. The 1 seed for the third year in a row, BLG will have to battle back from 2 losses at the Swiss stage. You can never trust this team to go 3-1 or 3-0. Hell, you can't even trust this team to win 2 games anymore. BLG get crushed in this one. What the hell is happening at Worlds? Genji and T1 have to face off in the 2-1 pool. All of the Korean seeds that aren't named KT Rolster have lost a game. What on earth is going on here? G2 remain the bright light of the LEC as their other teammates are their other LEC mates are busy eating glue in the O2 pool. What the hell is going on at this World Championships? The upsets are huge. CFO are 2-1. G2 are 2-1. T1 and BLG are 1-2. HLE might be 1-2 at this point. Screw it. 100 Thieves might pull off a second upset for all I care. G2 crush in team fights. They outposition BLG and they catch them out on their ints and they make them pay the price as BLG now face elimination for the 3rd straight year. But they've made it both years from at least 2 losses. G2 have yet to do that. They've went 2-1. I think they went 2-0 one year and they got smoked out of the tournament. So it's hold your breaths, G2 fans, because you've been on this ride before. Even if I don't like G2, I even expected them to make it out that year that they had NRG. I thought that was a free win, and then they lost, to BLG because God hates G2, but finally they get their revenge, so maybe now that they've gotten their demons out the way, they are allowed to advance in this goddamn tournament. But I don't know. Maybe the league gods are trolling them. Maybe they'll throw them Gen G next round just because they hate them for some reason. I don't know what happened, but they just really don't like them at Worlds anymore. So we'll see. We will have to wait and see what happens. But we have one more best of one, the last of the year, as oh boy, good luck, boys. The second to last hope of NA, the original hope of NA after FlyQuest and VKS dropped their first games in this tournament. 100 Thieves, after taking down the #1 seed from China, drew the #2 seed from China, or well, 3 seed actually. They drew Top Esports, and they fell, and now they draw the #2 seed from Korea. Can they pull off the upset, or will HLE make it 3, or well, no, only 2, sorry, the Korean Civil War happened. Only 2 teams. Will they make it T1 the odd ones out as they make it 3 teams with the potential to advance to the knockouts? And welcome to the final best of one of the year. As uh no. We're not going to even pretend. There is a chance in hell this happens. 100 Thieves are taking on Hanwha Life Esports. Good luck, boys, because nope. The story of the tournament, Dokla. The new story of the tournament, I guess. Dokla, international celebrity, posted a single vlog on TikTok, or posted a vlog on Twitter. It now has 4 million views on Chinese TikTok. TikTok. There's 4 million views on Chinese TikTok in just 24 hours. He posted that on the 16th. It exploded in China, apparently. And so here we are. As it is going to be Zeka's Azir locked in. No Silas, no Akali. Come on. Why do you think we watch this? Why do you think we want this guy on our screens? As it will be River locking in the Pantheon. Okay. 100 Thieves, they're here because they shockingly beat BLG. I don't think that's going to really help them. Yeah, just, no. Just not feeling it. HLE have looked good. Like, that's the issue. Is that HLE, both of their games, have looked really good. River going to lock in Talia for Quid here in the mid lane matchup. Like, they lost the first day, obviously, to a team that would go 3-0 in the entire bracket. I mean, yes, they did drop a single game to CFO, but that team still went 3-0. And they yesterday they faced, was it, did they face, was it TSW? PSG, yeah. Oh, yeah, the 1 and 2 seed. I forgot about PSG. The torture session. It's not really that useful as Scion. Oops, you didn't see anything. That was me brain farting. Scion locked in here for Zeus. As I'm going to work on some stuff really quickly. Do not mind me. Cassante going to be the response here, it seems. Could be. So what do we have? So the ADCs are on the table. This is not normal. This is not a regular thing for people to have, I guess, available still. This is pretty abnormal. Poppy taken away next from Delight. He's gonna play Sin. Or no, it's the wrong guy. Sorry. Wrong dude. Wrong dude. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault, okay? Nico going to be taken away next. Yeah. We continue to see the Nico contest be a lot. Because fair. The response will be final ban. Will it be an ADC? There's only one ADC gone. Like, this is crazy that we still have every ADC up pretty much. And we will see the Kai'Sa taken away from Viper. He might have had a pop-off game on it. Let's just say that he may or may not have went like 11, 3, and 6 or something on the very first day of the tournament in a losing effort. But I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying he might have done that. I'm not saying he did. Just theoretically. He may have. Ziggs taken away and Ayla going on. He's definitely most played. Every time you watch this guy, he's playing this. Like, it's not even a question. As Viper, oh, we haven't seen a lot of Lucians, and I really like Lucian. I'm always excited to see it, and it's going to be Lucian Braum. Let's go. We saw it yesterday. It sucked ass. But we're going to see it today, and it's going to suck less ass, hopefully, because I love Lucian Braum. I think it's absolutely disgusting that this is allowed to be in the game still, and no one's punishing it. Like, I just think it's stupid. No one's punishing. And I think more teams should be punishing it. I'm just saying. But it will be FBI in this kind of Eternal. This is a regular thing for them, I guess. I can't say I guess. It is a bit of a regular thing for 100 Thieves. They really like the Lucian, or not Lucian Senna, sorry. They do like this Senna Alistar a lot. They are big enjoyers of it, to put it simply. And god damn it, I said it again. I actually made it through the day, like most of the day, not saying it. And then I said it. My bad, guys. But that is the end of that draft. As there we go. That's finished. Sorry, I was working on something. As almost double transitioned. That would have been really funny to look at least. But I did not. I didn't do it. Not me. All right, 100 Thieves. Work your magic. Or don't. Or die. Keel over and die is another option. I think we're going to see the keel over and die option. I'm not confident in their ability to play League of Legends in this capacity against a struggling HLE is still, like, a slumping HLE is still a team with a mission. Like, this is Peanut's last. Actually, we have a meeting of the last ride junglers. I just realized. They're both hitting the goddamn. They got one touch each, so it's all fair. Okay, hold on. Let's hear. Dokla content. Uh-oh. Oh, no. He leaked the strat. He's gonna use the mental warfare. Maybe it would have worked, but unfortunately he's stuck on Cassante. No NA Jace, unfortunate. Oh, they spot it. They know that the lane swap is coming through, and they know that the invade is coming through as well. As River's just gonna start this. Delight really can't do anything. Actually, no, River can't really do anything. Yeah, wait. Ayla's coming up, but okay, there. Got really close. Okay, gets it. River playing it pretty well there to not get, what do you call it, get it sniped. So we continue. Peanut is having a significantly easier time. Like, if I had to describe the two experiences, Peanut's having a little bit of a nicer experience in the enemy jungle right now. I don't think that's saying much considering what Delight is doing and just did, as he's continuing to leash this camp. And they're actually going to steal this away. Because the other one is in patience range, it's fine. Ooh, Zaya's got it with the shield. FBI was trying to snipe it. And that's not good. And the small Krogs are the most valuable because there are more of them. And they're worth 14 each, so... FBI, or not FBI, Zay is doing a really good job there to at least deny something thanks to Delight. Really well played by Delight. I mean, like, what are you going to do? It's a lane swamp. You ain't got nothing to do. Don't pretend. And so River 5 CS behind already, and you could see the speed clear difference. Pantheon does have really fast clear, but it does, one, it's not faster than Xin, and two, he has spent so much time, oops, sorry, hit the mic, had to spend so much time just fighting off Delight's attempts to punish his clear. He has spent so much time to make sure he did get his clear indeed. As nice by Dokla to prevent Viper from dashing away, but he's also still losing because what are you supposed to do? Delight's level 1. He spent almost his entire game in the jungle, by the way. Finally going to hit level 2. Nice seismic shove there by Quid. As I think Zeka used... Let's see. Let's see if these line up. I just want to check something. I just want to see if these line up, you know? No, not even close. They don't even line up. His time on KT Academy was in 2019, and then he went to China. No, the timelines do not line up for Quid to have met Zeka literally ever. Yeah, no, he was a whole year behind him. They've never met. Yeah, nah. I was just checking because I was like, maybe they did meet in Academy. Zeka's like 3 years older than this dude. So, no, sadly not the case. Ooh. Are they going to punish this? Do they know is the better question. Well, River's about to check, and Dokla knows. Not stolen away, but Peanut might have to flash in a second. And he will. River is not going to be able to grab his own Krugs again. So he's still continuing to actually lose out on gold. So Peanut's going to take his first reset. River already taken his as he finds him. He doesn't have the move speed, though, to catch him. And then there's the, of course, yeah. Just going to try and stop him for as long as possible. He does have the move speed from the scuttle. And he's going to actually get the stun this time. Peanut going to try and just fight him off, make sure he doesn't come over here any further. But River, this is the advantage of Peanut not having face yet, is that River can try and do this. Again, I mentioned this during the first game. River loves spending time not at his turret, as there's the flash, and the flash follow coming through from Zeka. First blood to River, and the gold diff is non-existent. Quid lives like a beast. I don't know if Quid was even hit by the Azir, so it wouldn't actually have given him a kill. But it doesn't matter, he lived. So who actually cares? But now FBI is stuck here because they know that River isn't even close, and Ayla is not even close, so he has to just super respect. Like, he has to super respect this. As FBI pops his ghost, and he will get 2 stacks here, which means he's winning. I've played enough Senna to know that the stacks are everything. I also play support Senna, so... And no, I occasionally play ADC Senna. It's just not as fun for me, as Dokla doesn't all out quite yet. He's waiting because Zeus can just buffer it because the windup is long enough for you to pop your Sion ulti. As get in. As does this count as domestic abuse? I regret making this decision. As HLE, Delight so low. FBI flash follows. It's another one to HL, or another kill off of HLE's back. As 100 thieves are making their case. Like, they're stepping up. As River insta-popped. As there's the all-out. The snipe comes through to try and save their jungler's skin, but it's not going to be enough. Dokla needs to disengage now. As nice Q3 flash to not only stall it out, but get out of the Decimating Smash entirely. And so it will be a kill traded back, and the Drake for Hanwha Life. We'll see. As Viper continuing to free farm up here. He's 10 CS ahead right now of FBI. And he is a full level up. He is very strong. Though he is down gold. Because FBI does this. And just what a slow, good engage by Ayla. Then the root comes in after he's already been locked down, so he continues to. Nice walk around the shield. I don't think he actually gets the kill there. I think Viper can respond if FBI doesn't properly position there. So very well positioned. As, oh my god, what a reaction from Quid. That's a pretty, yeah, that's pretty clean. All right, it's Grubbies. Started by Peanut. But FBI and Ayla are here, so they know. As River's coming over still. We'll see. Zeus is here. So is Delight. And this is a dangerous situation. No unstoppable onslaught, though, actually. So there's an angle where they get this. As there's the jump in. As 3 going to get hit. But now coming in is Zeka. And now Quid here with the ulti. As the culling is all into River. The seismic shove finds absolutely no one. The shove is huge on the response from Zeka. As Ayla falls. It's 2 down. It'll be the Grubs for Hanwha Life. And Dokla is gonna be dead. He is squished between every member and a turret. Viper picks up, I believe, his first of the game there. And 2 Grubs over to HLE means there is no more fight to get, or to give Ayla so much stun. Like, they land so much onto Peanut, but they don't really do anything with it. Like, they get him, but then Zeka and Viper are free to fly in as they've used everything to lock down the jungler. Quid flying in does nothing. And the shove, not even that good, as it will be 3 Grubs as Peanut comes back to pick them all up. And now it's a 1,500 gold lead from what was a 1k gold lead for 100 Thieves. Yeah, Last Dance buddies, you see it. Both of them in their final World Championships before they both go to join to do their mandatory military service. So this is a, the stakes are really risen The stakes are high for both of these teams already. Doubly so for 100 Thieves, because not only is it their jungler's last dance, it is their entire organization's last dance, obviously. But it is both of these, all these other players, they'll be here. FBI, Quid, Dokes, and Ayla will probably all be in the LCS next year. River will not, and so, like, they want River, these teams want to win for their junglers. They don't want them to go out in the Swiss stage eliminated, but it is so difficult now for them to do that, as River is the only advantage they have right now. Viper already with the Essence Reaver. This is not going well for pretty much anyone. Quid is pretty behind. Zeka's already got his first item finish. Zayas has his first item finish as he's 1k ahead of Big Dokes, 2-0-3 on the big unkillable Soul Furnace. As this reset's going to just get canceled. Poke. Dangerous game. Now, where is the play here? Is it's 37 seconds to next Drake? They found River. He's just going to ulti. So they know he has no ulti now. And yeah. 1,500 gold advantage now for HLE. They have Quid's teleport, but there's nowhere for him to really TP2. Like, he has Try, and that's it. He has Try Brush, nothing else. The teleports for Zayas, or not for Zayas, sorry, for Zeka, much more lucrative. He has flank wards. He has a Try Brush ward. He has a safe flank ward, or not a safe flank. He has a safe TP ward. There's just so much more for him. There's so many more options for him, as there's the Glacial Fissure, and FBI just gonna be able to get away actually in time with the Ghost. As let's go, or no, I am Forsaken. It's high noon, so he has the cooler voice. I am Forsaken and burn. And it will be no team fight at all. That just means go away, leave me alone. I don't want this. Maybe Dokes is here, but it's really hard for him to get into the pit, and River not going to be able to throw the spear. As, are they going to fight this is the question, as there's the jump in onto FBI, and everyone getting knocked away from Peanut as he crashes right into Ayla to get the kill. Zayas 303, and it's going to be River fall into Peanut, and now Zeka with the shove, or with the divide, but it's not going to be enough. Quid flashing through it perfectly, and 100 Thieves are reeling right now as they're not going to hit any damage. FBI is out of mana, and he's just going to keep throwing these autos, hoping for the best, but it's not going to mean much. Zayas is so tanky already. 2k in the lead for Hanwha Life Esports. They have both dragons. They have all the grubs. And Zayas is going to reset, cancel on FBI. He doesn't really have any risk of taking damage yet. It's only a static shiv for the Senna. And going forwards, and this Peanut, oh my goodness, Peanut connecting with the Wind Becomes Lightning means this fight is off to the races. And Quid teleports in, it's just not enough. Zeka going for the wraparound. He probably could have actually went through the turret there and gotten a lot of value potentially, but it doesn't really matter because the value they got was already huge. And so they're just going to leave. And Peanut, his 1,000th assist on that play right there in his final World Championship. I mean, what an incredible achievement, and he gets to hit it. He's only one of 10, as it says there, 10th player to reach the elusive, milestone. In his 7th world champion. He's been to 7? Damn. I forgot he was on SKT. That was a weird team, okay? As 100 Thieves trying to face check Hanwha here, and it's not a good idea. At all. And they just can't fight. they try to push out mid, and that's really all they're going to get. But Viper is immediately here to check their ego at the door. And the Thieves have been the masters of surprise, which is not what a thief does. As here comes the teleport. Topside actually is. They're going to try and power. They're just going to pound down this turret. Yeah, they're just going to pound down this top tier 1. Canyon's coming up. Or not Canyon, sorry. Peanut. I always mix up Canyon and Peanut because I think they traded positions. Not Peanut. Peanut didn't trade, but like Canyon was not there. He also didn't trade. I'm lying. As Ayla stunned up. River going in onto Delight, but that's not really who you want to be taken down. And Peanut's going to find the car crash for Zayas with the 3 talent strike. Again, all out for Dogla, but Zeka's just going to run away. Viper finds Quid as FBI trying to do whatever he can to salvage this moment, but it's not going to be enough. Zayas tanking so many turret shots because he feels like it. He does not care. And Rift Herald goes down as killing spree for Zayas. He just doesn't give a damn. He's so dang strong. As needs to auto. Will get the Rift Herald down, but it is another turret falling in mid lane for HLE. And the best passive in the game, baby. The Sun Disc has risen. But it is, it's going poorly. 5k behind now for 100 Thieves. 2 items on this Lucian. 2 items on Zayas, which is very scary. 5-0-5 now in this game. As HLE are just flexing their might. As there's the jump in from Viper, but it does not mean, or from River, and it does not mean a damn thing. And styling on him. Zayas, you could change the team, but you can't change the player. He is still a beast. And oh, yeah. There it is. Flash auto shield explosion with the Q, and it's all over for Ayla. And it's all over for Ayla again. Just having to get shredded. Viper 404. And you already know what I'm going to say. He's blue screening 100 Thieves right now. It is disaster on the Rift for the North American second seed, I guess, technically. It's complicated. They really messed up the regions this year, but it's 11-3, 5,000 behind. North America is crying on the floor right now. As they're about to have a second, or the LTA is about to have a second team going to 2 losses as River is dunked on. Zayas, 6 kills on the game. He is so damn fed as a Scion, too. He's fighting his own ADC for the kills lead this game. He's not fighting for kills lead in the tournament. Viper is thoroughly ahead of that one. Let me tell you that. Viper thoroughly ahead in the kills lead. I do not think he stands a chance in that category. Just a hunch. He does not stand a chance in winning that race. He has a couple. Like, he has a couple kills, okay? I'm blind. I can't read. Yeah, he's got a couple kills in the tournament. When you open with 11, yeah, you're going to have a couple kills in the tournament. Is there even... I want to say there isn't a comeback angle. But maybe there is. They're shredding Zayas, but do they have the damage to actually do anything? They don't have any pen yet, so he's still so bulky as the redemption comes down, and he's healed him even more, and Zayas is just running away. He doesn't really give a damn. Dokla trying to just take down Viper, but he's stunned. He's getting destroyed, torn apart by the dual carries of HLE. The divide means that Ayla is once again all alone. Quid on the bottom of the fight is falling to Delight as everyone's getting kills on picking up kills on 100T as it's another kill to Zayas. It is 4 overall to 100 Thieves, and they want her on 100 Thieves. They want the ace. HLE, get the flash out of FBI. And it is just nothing to do but count. 7 for Zeus. He is unkillable, and he is killing everything. The unkillable juggernaut is indeed the correct name for the Scion this game. This is easily the most kills any Scions had in the tournament. Driver had a couple. Driver had a pretty good game of the Scion, if I do say so myself. But look at this. I mean, look how long they're hitting him for. Forever. And they have no damage. Who's going to hurt this Scion? He's just fine to walk away. Dokla doing a pretty good job of locking down, but nice Winter's Bite over the wall means that Viper is going to be able to stun up Dokla and survive. And now diving the Sun Disc. You can't do anything. Viper has Ayla all to himself. Delight going to pick up Quid on the bottom of the fight there, of course. And then Zeus just walks in, or teleports in, I should say. Kills someone. And it is a tough scene here in Beijing as 100 Thieves just have to witness what is happening to them. River just took so much damage. Zeus is diving the turret right now. He's rotating to his team as we speak behind the enemy tier 2, as there's the jump in for Ayla, but Zeka gonna go golden, as there's the driving from River, and he's gonna avoid everything. The seismic shove, or the Emperor's Divide, I should say, is huge, as it splits the team. Tier 2 falls in the bot lane, as the bodies are getting stacked on top of each other. Viper, 1, 2, make it 3. No, Zeus steals the kill again. Number 8 for him, as Viper picks up a 7th body. And it is all she wrote. 12,000 gold ahead already, and there's not even a Baron on the Rift. We're 22.5 minutes into the game, and an inhib has fallen in 100 Thieves base. 3 items on the Scion. He is so damn He's so damn immortal. He's not the immortal Bastion, but he might be the immortal Bastion. He can't die. And now Viper going to pick up a 3rd item here pretty much on base, if I'm not mistaken. Oh. Black Cleaver finished for Viper. And there it is. Zeus. He's done it. He's did it. The most kills by a Scion. They've just confirmed it on the stream in an international game. Most international game Scion kills. The record was 7. He's got 8. How far can he stretch that? 19 of 20 takedowns. He's been everywhere on the map right now. This game is revolved around Zeus, which is crazy to say because he's Scion. This game is revolved around a tank. What? Oh no. Number 9? No. Wait, no. Number 9. Ayla is going to get taken down here. Decimating smash. Come on. Give it to him. No! Boo! Boo to Light forever. Stealing valuable kills from the true carry here. As there's the Dawning Shadow. It does actual no damage. You may as well be tickling Hanwha Life Esports. Peanut picks up his 2nd of the game as Dokla is just getting kited around the rift, and he's put his hands in the air and said, what am I supposed to do? Delight flashing forwards with Quid as here's the teleport into the base. Viper gonna pick up number 8 for himself as FBI is fallen. Zeka gonna get a 4th. They want the ace going forwards into the fountain. It's a double for Zeka as dying to the turret. He just goes for it. Full set. He doesn't give a damn. And HLE roll 100 Thieves as they send them to the 1-2 bracket. 9 kills for the Scion, most in international history. As Viper picks up 21 on the tournament now. He by far leads the tournament in kills. He might... Oh, he does it. Doctum does. Well, Doctum has an extra game. That's cheating. And Ruler leads him anyways. Damn. He doesn't have the kills lead? Really? Crazy that he doesn't have the kills lead after that. I mean, after the 2 performances he definitely had on day 1 where he picked up the only double-digit kill game of the entire day, of course. But then he cooled down with only 3 in the second game, and now he picks up another. Was it that many? He picked up 8 today, so he picked up 2 in the second game. As there is your standings. It is 1-2 for 100 Thieves. It is 2-1 for Hanwha Life Esports, as Korea have 3 seeds with a shot to advance. This is, yeah, that's kind of what you expected. For 100 Thieves, you're along for the ride, which is always sucky, but you're along for the ride, okay? That's all you can ask for. We're so close. I forgot there's no draw. I thought there was. No, we're so close to a draw, but it's not quite there yet. So we're going to just talk about this, as we are just waiting on the O2 matches to be completed so we could round out this 1-2 pool. And then that's really it. I don't think there's any particular matchups that are... There are no matchup restrictions in the 2-1 pool right now. None of these teams have played so far. And the only restriction we have in the 1-2 pool potentially is we know that BLG and 100 Thieves cannot play, obviously. That is a guaranteed no-go. What's on the other side of it? Looking through all of this, I should have looked through the games as well, because I thought there was a draft, so I didn't actually worry about it. And then there weren't one. Ooh, Palafox just left SR. That's kind of big news, actually, if you think about it. Any other matchups in the 1-2 pool that we can't have? It's really hard to read this at the moment. 1-2, they're not in that pool, so that doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm just going to look at the previous matches. I'm literally just going to do this. For TSW is VKS and KT, so we're pretty chill on that. And then FlyQuest, of course, so they have no matchups they can't get. Fnatic would not be able to face... Well, that doesn't matter. Fnatic also lost to BLG, so Fnatic BLG is off of the table. Who else is there? Who has TSW faced? They're fine. T1 has faced... T1 are fine. BLG can't rematch Fnatic if Fnatic win their game. Tomorrow, 100 Thieves can't face BLG. And then we have... Yeah, that's it. Anyone else? Fnatic, yeah, BLG, of course. MKOI are fine. PSG Talon would not be able to face... Nope, they're fine as well. Both of the teams they face are actually in the 2-1 pool. And the K-Stars actually would not be able to face Team Secret Wales. I forgot that was the first match. So we have a couple of games that are off the table here, but it's actually not that many. Like, very low rematch potential so far. There was an angle where we get way more rematches, but we just don't get that kind of draw, sadly. So it's kind of that's kind of tough. But for the day, TSW fall to FlyQuest in convincing fashion. T1 get rolled by Genji. BLG throw so hard, and G2 actually look kind of good. Question mark, quotation mark, question mark. Why did I put... I just did that because it was stupid. Okay, look, it was a bad joke. And HLE smash 100 Thieves to round out the final day of best of ones. And tomorrow, we have our first 2 teams getting eliminated, as VKS take on... Or, well, actually, it opens with MKOI taking on Fnatic in the LEC Civil War, possibly the final LEC Civil War of the entire tournament, as, I mean, depending on how things go, it doesn't look like MKOI or Fnatic are long for this tournament afterwards. G2 have given themselves some time, and VKS take on PSG Talon in the battle of probably the 2 worst teams at this goddamn tournament. The PSG have kind of looked decent, surprisingly good for a team that is facing the top 2 Korean seeds. This should be a walk in the park comparatively, because, like, oh my god. It's funny that the 2 teams that have faced T1, or not T1, sorry, AL, or have faced Genji and HLE, the top 2 Korean seeds, you have Anyone's Legend, who beat both of them, and then went 3-0 after 2-1ing CFO in the first qualifier matches. And you have PSG Talon, who got completely obliterated by both of them, and we'll see how they do tomorrow. But it kicks off with the LEC Civil War as one of Fnatic or MKOI are going home as the second team eliminated from the tournament, because IG were the first, but the first team eliminated from the Swiss stage. I've been Box Kimchi. This has been the Kimchi Cast. I will see you guys tomorrow.